Welcome to the Unsound Minds podcast. We are the Unsound Minds. I am your host, Nis. I am here today with my man, bruv.
Wet man has.
Wet. You shouldn't have said that after I said my man, and then you're saying wet. You're wet, bruv. That's a bit awkward, isn't it? Okay, you can follow us at the Unsound Minds on Instagram and Twitter. You can follow myself on Instagram at nx_iconic. You can listen to the podcast on iTunes, Soundcloud, or YouTube at Unsound Minds. You probably know that because you're listening on one of them. You probably know that, don't you? Yeah, punk. But
Mr. can't promote our shit.
But is it?
Probably.
Like he doesn't know how to do or something.
Probably.
But what do you call it?
I admit that he hasn't seen the last few episodes and shit.
So we're losing the few fans that we have.
Yeah.
It's content, bruv. It's content, man. We're slacking on content. But I'm back in it. I'm back, bruv. I finished uni.
They don't care. Like they care.
Clap. You get me, bruv? Maybe
they didn't even know.
They didn't even know. Oh, what? Is that why the content's whack? But what do you call it? Before we start, I think I want to say, that basically, last week we had signed custom and so I had to stop here. But I'm going Sri Lanka in November, and it's not a holiday. It's to like help mentally ill people. It's not, why is that funny?
I know, that was bad timing.
And I'm gonna help Sri Lankans speak English. So give me money. I'm gonna put a link on it to give me the money. This was an emotional message from this charity, bro. Just edit your laugh out. They're gonna think I'm just trying to steal some money from these people, bro. But go on, what are we doing today?
Topic of the day, since I'm so in tune with the whole Complex series now, innit? With Joe Budden and DJ Academics.
Okay.
Yeah. So
this is what we do. He finds content from other places and we do it ourselves.
Thank you, Deska.
Plan.
I was thinking top 10 rappers that are destined to have legendary status.
Sure.
Yeah.
Do you want to? We already had a long ass conversation about what it is. So do you want to break down what your criteria is for what someone who is destined to be a legend? Like, how did they become that legend?
Like one of my. Well, it varies, but mainly in general.
Do you think I should say hashtag bubbles every time I'm gonna smoke something during the podcast? Hashtag bubbles. Anyway, go on, what are you saying?
Yeah. So I think one of them obviously has to be skill set, and that is broken down into, content, flow, lyrical ability to like actually rhyme, which is
difficult nowadays.
Which is rare nowadays to say. What else would you say is there?
I think project,
yeah. So album work.
I think one of the most important things is it doesn't matter how good the artist can be, if they're not able to drop a memorable or a classic project, you don't deserve to be a legend.
And obviously commercial success, because the majority of fans have to agree on something in order for it to become what it is, isn't it? So everyone kind of has to agree that. So for example, all of us like rap fans would agree that Eminem is a legend, regardless of him still working or not. That's a living legend. Yeah. So that we're gonna use like that context to.
So artists like argument. Eminem, Jay-Z, Kanye, T.I., 50 Cent, Game.
Well, I would say T.I. is less of a legend and more of a cult legend.
No, I would say T.I. is a legend, man.
No, a cult legend.
He's the king of the South for God knows how long, bruv. He's a legend, bruv.
Let's say Weezy's the king of the South.
No, I wouldn't say that.
Why not?
Because I don't think Weezy is probably even from South. So I think your geography might be off completely, bruv.
Florida?
New Orleans.
Yeah, isn't that Florida?
No, New Orleans is its own place. I swear down, bruv.
No, isn't that Florida?
That's why we
geography.
Google, bruv.
Geography.
Firstly, why would he say he's the king of the South and Lil Wayne would never test it? I went on Premier League fantasy football, bro.
But yeah, anyway, let's not get into semantics of thingy.
No, that's like the most important thing, bro.
Yeah, it is.
City of Louisiana. New Orleans is its own state.
Yeah, it's its own state, okay.
It's a Louisiana city. So I don't know what
Leave
this
it,
means,
leave it,
bruv.
leave it, leave it. You want to start on this?
City of New Orleans, so that means Louisiana is the state, right?
I don't know anything. I'm shit at geography, to be honest.
Louisiana. Yeah, Louisiana is the US state.
Alright, go on.
And New Orleans is in Louisiana, which is just above the South. Oh, it's next to Texas, so it could be South.
Say he's the self-proclaimed king of South.
No, everyone calls him the king of South.
Yeah, because he said it.
Yeah, but who else? But if no one thinks that, then they would say no, you're not.
We haven't heard those fuckers yet.
Yeah, Lil Flip said it back in the day, and they had beef.
Fuck Little Flip, man.
Yeah, but because he thought he was king of the South, but obviously we know who the real king of the South is.
King of the South, man.
They're not fighting. T.I. is king of the South.
Go on, this. He's married some ugly woman, so he don't count.
No, they broke up now.
Okay,
He's back. He counts again. He counts again. But yeah, no, I think T.I. is a legend, bruv. I think that's silly for you to say that, bruv.
Alright, whatever, man. Go on.
But yeah, so they're not legends. I mean, they are legends, sorry, and they're not considered.
Who would you start off with? Let's go. Let's start off slowly, innit?
Drake.
No, start off slow, man.
Oh, I thought that would be a slow start because they like.
No, but that's more. You can talk about that more.
I know, but they're like guaranteed.
No, but let's save that for later.
Okay, so
Let people take a nap.
So you wanted to go
What we
to
talk
something
about.
more interesting then,
Yeah.
where the people who are less likely to be considered it.
As in like, it's easy for us to say Drake will become a legend, right? So that would be higher on our list, for example.
No, I know, but my point is, yeah.
Like the lower end of legend scale, for example, is that. What would you say?
Then I would say right now, in my opinion, I would start off with, let's say, Joey Badass then.
Alright, okay, go on.
I'll start off with him saying that his lyrical content, his flow,
Right.
his fan base, and just his attitude and how he's seen in the music scene as a sort of underground artist.
Coming up.
But he's still, even though he's considered, like, you look at him like an underground artist, he's still very well known. He still bangs on radio, like you still see his interviews popping.
Yeah.
Like, he's well known. And I feel like he's got that ability where a lot of artists also like compliment him a lot.
Yeah.
Like you always hear about someone who you might think is a legend saying, "Oh, I like Joey Badass," or I've heard of his music, I like his music. I think he's got the potential of becoming someone. He's from New York. You hear a lot of people say New York music has died, and he's kind of
raw to me at the moment, which is refreshing because everyone I feel is refining their music. If you know what I mean. I don't explain it.
I think he's got that. You know that thing that everyone's always like. You always hear on these media outlets like, New York doesn't have a sound anymore. New York doesn't have a sound anymore. I feel like him.
Maybe
and
ASAP. A bit of ASAP.
I wouldn't say ASAP. I would say him and Dave East are more New York sounding.
ASAP as well.
Now ASAP is not New York, bruv. Like, tell me.
It's not the most New York.
Because when we're talking about New York music, we're talking about people like Nas,
Jay, but
like the Mob Deep, like that style of music.
No, but I know, but it's like not only is ASAP trying to be like, obviously he's going to be proud of being a New York.
Yeah.
New Yorker and whatever it is. And what is it?
New Yorker.
A New Yorker. Yeah,
I
New Yorker.
assume.
Yeah, okay.
New Yorker.
Yeah, New Yorker.
New Yorker. That's true. New Yorker.
Yeah, I'm sure he's proud to be like from the city
Harlem.
of New York or whatever, yeah. And he's also trying to branch out.
Yeah, I know,
So I
no.
don't fault
What
him
I'm
for
saying
that.
is that he's an artist who is from New York,
Yeah.
so is designer. But they haven't got that New York style, which I think Joey Badass and I feel like I'm such a flipping British guy when I say his name, Joey Badass.
Yeah, but we have to say
Like
it.
badass. It just sounds weird when I say it, innit?
yeah.
Badass. Joey Badass. Joey Badass.
Oh,
But
great, you're teaching us Sri Lankan English.
Joey Badass. Joey Badass. No, but yeah, I think him, like, Dave East, I didn't put him in my thing, but I think Joey Badass makes better music as well.
Yeah.
And I think that's the difference where that's the difference between someone who could be great and someone who is really good at rapping.
So, but are you saying that it's not entirely? You're not entirely certain about it. Like he could go down.
He could,
off
because
the
you know
rails.
what it is, yeah. The thing is,
He could get
it
arrested.
doesn't matter. There's always been good lyrical lyrical, proper lyricist out there, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Like, for example, Immortal Technique.
Yeah.
Like,
He's one of my
wicked storyteller, like,
Everything.
on point with the flow, everything, yeah?
everything.
But he was so nitty gritty, and he didn't make great music.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? Like, there are certain songs where you can hear and you listen and you're like, yeah, this is a
But in a
banger.
way, he chose to be underground.
Yeah. But as in, there has to be an element where you can make a music that branches out to more than your cult
Yes.
following. And I feel like he has the potential to do that.
But hasn't proven it yet.
Yeah and no. And the reason why I put him in, like, he's in there, because his last album, which you've heard, right?
Yeah.
Once, at least once over, right?
Yeah, at least once. Yeah.
And hearing that once over, I've heard it now twice. Twice hitting the third, maybe, yeah?
Yeah.
And I feel like that is an example you can use to say, look, this guy's got lyrical content, he's dropping good music.
He's 22.
And you can see it, like, getting to that stage where he's next. I feel like if he makes another album similar to this, but of better quality.
I rate him for sounding so mature for a 22-year-old.
Yeah, and he's very smart as well, I feel like.
Especially when you see Tyler, the Creator's music, when he was 22. It was childish, way childish compared to him, man. It was really immature bullshit.
Yeah, but obviously people are different, innit? Like, like,
and
and
no, that's good though. Like,
you have to have different, like, because Eminem was never considered.
And the most appealing thing about Dave from the UK is the fact that he's so mature in his music. He's surprised that he's what, 16, 18?
He's 18.
He's 18. That's the thing.
18, yeah, I'm sure he's 18.
Yeah, at least 18.
But yeah, that's why I would put him in my list. And I mean, it could change, shit could change, but I feel like 20 years from now, if he's still rapping, or if he continues to rap and he drops at least another 2-3 projects in the space of 20 years that are really good, in my opinion, he should be in the legends of this time.
And it also is dependent on his peers that are currently killing the game.
Yeah, unless obviously someone else comes and they destroy him, like, because obviously we don't know who else might come out in the next 20 years that could kind of take that shine in a sense.
Yeah. Alright, fair enough.
That's
more
one
like
guy.
of a personal thing than anything, innit?
Well, yeah, I mean,
Because
I
there's
don't
not much
know.
to back it up with, innit?
No, there isn't. But that's why he was like quite low down there, because.
Mine was the opposite, like polar opposite of what your thing is. Mine is Future.
Okay.
I don't like him as a rapper.
I wouldn't even
That's safe to
consider
say.
him a rapper.
But we can't. Yeah, but he still is somehow, isn't it? I don't like him as a rapper. I think he's obviously the king of the mumble rap gang, right? It's probably the most, what would you say, most commercial thing at the moment for rap. It's everywhere, literally everywhere.
But I don't know, man. With Future, it's like I feel like he's got disposable music. You can't be a legend with disposable music. That's it. It's as simple as that.
But
like when you hear Future's next song, you forget his old songs.
Yeah.
Like right now, the best song Future has is Mask Off.
But maybe
yeah?
the criteria for a legend, maybe the criteria for a legend might change.
It can't.
Because of this gen.
It can't.
As in, like.
Oh, I get what you mean. Actually,
like,
yeah.
He's the generation. He's the legend for his generation, for different reasons than that of Nas.
I don't know, man.
Right? Because his music is disposable, yes, but
Yeah, but I feel like you
there's still
can't.
heavy hitters. There's still like good turn your brain off music.
Yeah, I know, but I don't think you can be considered a legend with that kind of music.
No, I know, because we were like, in terms of rap, we were brought up on a different gen.
But that's what rap's all about, though.
No, I know, but these guys are the ones that are changing rap and making it into a different.
Because look, yeah, if our criteria is a good project, I already know you've put this guy in your list and you don't even know the name of one of his projects, yeah?
How dare you? Dirty Sprite 1 or 2, bro.
Dirty Sprite 2.
There's 1 and 2, bro.
Which one do you like?
None of them. None of them.
Dirty Sprite 2 is actually quite
Jimi
good.
Hendrix. Miss, come on, bro.
Did you Google it?
Yes, I did, and I didn't have to as well at the same time.
Okay.
Because of, you know.
But I don't know, man. I feel like, he hasn't got one project that's out and out like, oh my god, that's such a banger, yeah?
He hasn't even dropped an album.
My favourite, yeah, he did.
Oh, okay.
That's the one that's called Hendrix, I swear.
I don't know.
Okay, but Dirty Sprite 2 is my favourite project of his.
And look how popular he is then.
No, he's a very popular artist. Don't get me wrong. I like a lot of, like, I don't know what a lot is, but every time Future drops a track, they ask like, or a mixtape or something, there's at least one track on that mixtape that I like. Like Dirty Sprite 2 is my favorite project of his, and his last project, that mixtape project that come out, I forgot the name, but there's maybe 2 or 3 songs I like on that as well. And even on his album, he's got 1 or 2 songs. Like he's got one with Weeknd, one with Rihanna. Like they're alright.
I wrote here, how big of a legend will he be? I guess that depends on how far mumble rap can go. Would you agree with that statement?
I don't think he will be a legend, and I think mumble rap will last a long time, because I feel like that's gonna be something that this generation.
Then if that is true, then wouldn't he be regarded as a pioneer?
He could. No, I'm not saying he won't be considered a pioneer of that sort of rap.
Give him some sort of legendary status.
I don't care. No, because
I know, because you don't like the.
Think about the context that you had mentioned literally when the podcast started. Yeah, right. It was as simple as, look, one, they have to have at least one minimum. We're giving minimum 1 project, which is so low to be considered a legend. Firstly, yeah, but we'll say at least 1 project. Yeah, he hasn't got 1 out and out project. Yeah. That, in my opinion, anyway. Yeah, and if you were to consider that, that's Dirty Sprite 2. But even then, I don't think that's something that you can say is legendary status. Yeah. Secondly, you're looking at lyrical content. He has not got lyrical content, bruv. One of his best songs that I've heard in a long time is just 2 words, bruv.
To me, I haven't gone to that point to check out his lyrical content.
Okay, well, I have, and I know that his best song, of the last year is only got 2 words in it. Yeah, that are repeated for so long. Yeah,
as was that.
That's a banger, by the way. But like, no, he's got like Used To. That's a good song. Like, there's so many. He's got good songs, but
I cannot comment on his skill set as a rapper. Yeah, that's one of my bullet points. I also because I do not understand what he's saying, but what I do know is that he has melody and flow. Yeah, ideal for hooks and features.
But that can't make you a legend though. Like,
no, but as in like, because he started a wave. That's wait, let me move this table. This is gonna make a dirty sound. I'll edit it out. Yeah, because he started a wave that's arguably made rap more commercial.
I don't think so.
Right?
I don't think so.
No, why not?
Because he's still not as commercial as someone like a Drake or Kendrick or J. Cole or a Chance the Rapper when it comes to rap.
No, but he's in...
Nicki, there's so many other people who are way more commercial than
what
him.
I'm saying is... Okay, cool. But what I'm trying to say is that there's a barrier between the normal and the legends, right? Mm-hmm. The ordinary and the legends. Okay. And then there's going to be a league for the legends. How he ranks, I can't tell. Probably one of the lowest. But what if I'm not surprised if he beats that barrier.
I don't think so,
man. He's remembered for this. I also wrote...
But people are remembered for bad things as well.
I wrote he beat the Sierra curse.
People...
That in itself has to be
People are all also remembered for bad things. That doesn't make them a legend.
No, but whether we like he's lame or not, there's people that love that shit.
Yeah, but that doesn't make him a legend.
He's probably the best in that category.
Yeah, however, I still don't think that makes him a legend.
And
because
if you say mumble rap's gonna go on for longer than
but look at the criteria you've mentioned. How does that make Future a legend? Go on.
No, I don't agree with it.
I don't know, but
I don't agree
okay, but
with
you can't agree with something and then mention him, because what my point is, look, name the criteria, name the things: project, lyrical content, flow.
No, but what we were saying off the mic, innit, is that we can't necessarily dictate. We are part of dictating who is and who's not a legend.
Yeah, I know. So I'm dictating now, saying that it's impossible for someone like that to become a legend if they don't meet the criteria.
We don't know if we are,
unless the criteria is changed. Yeah, no, but I'm saying
that's the thing. We don't know if the criteria is going to change.
Yeah, but right now it hasn't.
Right now.
So according to that, he can't be mentioned. And do you get what I'm saying? Because if the criteria was to change for whatever reason, then cool. Like, you can't really argue, right? Or even right now, if you were to say, all right, cool, in regards to the Unsound Mind opinion of who's going to be a legend in 20 years, the criteria is mumble rap.
No, I know, but wouldn't you say the criteria has changed since, say, the 80s?
I don't think so, man.
Like, not changed drastically.
I mean, maybe to the extent of maybe mass appeal, but
more has been added on. Or like some of the factors have been removed.
I think the lyrical content, and I don't know, man. I think it just comes down to what you in your criteria. Let's say that's your opinion, then, bruv.
It's not really my opinion, though. That's what I'm trying to say.
But you can't mention it.
Because I was saying, like, I said that his biggest asset is his ability to pick out good instrumentals, which might serve him in one of his projects where he eventually picks out good instrumentals here and there, like, throughout the whole project. Like, he's got Mask Off, Where You At, Wicked.
Used to.
You like Wicked, innit?
No.
Huh? Turn on the lights. You like that shit?
No.
And Move That Doll. You like that shit a lot.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I know. Move that up.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
he's a good collaborator.
Used to. He's got Colossal.
He's a
Like, I like this. I just like Dirty Sprite too, man. That's about it, bro.
He's a good collaborator with Drake, for example, with the big hitters.
Oh yeah, What a Time to Be Alive. He's got a few, but then again, it's not really. Yeah, this is my mumble rap opinion of it.
But that's why he's like just there.
Yeah, I still don't think so, bro.
I know. Look, you're not surprised if he becomes a legend. You just hope he doesn't become a legend.
I would be surprised if he become a legend, because the criteria that I have for someone to become a legend, he does not fit that criteria, in my opinion. No. However, I do like Future. I just don't think he's a legend.
And there's also a possibility that we may be missing something with him if there's like a big wave.
No, but that's the thing. I'm a part of that wave in the sense where I like some of his music.
But you're not really.
No, but I'm not. No. I can like someone's music and still come to the realization and be serious enough to know, okay, 1 second, this guy can't be a legend, but he makes good music.
It's like different criteria for different people. Like, who was the guy that said Bow Wow was his favorite rapper? Was it Vince Staples?
Yeah.
And he could be.
Yeah, but he's chatting shit probably.
He's in this list though.
Huh?
He just about not made the list.
I don't think he would be in the
list. He's too early for him.
I think there's way more other people that can be.
No, as in like the different.
Because you have to bear in mind, look at how many artists come out. How can you say so many people can become legends? Like, do you get what I mean? Like, they have to fit so specifically into the criteria. Like, I feel like you mentioning Future is just because he's big right now.
He's big,
but that's not good enough to say that person because he's become big. For example, my
argument is simply he has a good chance of becoming a legend and not forgotten. Maybe. Because it's not like he's done, like, for example, Young Joker is what I was saying. He didn't do Young Joker. He didn't do a couple T-Pain songs.
He made that one
song. Buy you a drink. Or, no.
I'ma take you home with me. Let me buy you. That's it. I said that's him, innit?
And his first song.
I forgot what the.
I forgot it.
I just remember that. That's him, innit?
Yeah.
But I remember T-Pain's bit only.
Yeah. No one remembers the Young Joker. He came and went, innit?
He probably still touring, bruv, off that one song, bruv.
No. Oh, this is it. You know this song. Let me just play it for the first 5 seconds.
Oh, yeah. This was a banger, bruv. What game was it in?
It's going down.
Leave me in the net. It's going down. What game was it in? Was it in Def Jam that fighting game?
I don't know. I really don't know. But yeah, gone. Number one.
I don't know, because if you got some of the same guys, I don't want to say.
Just put out Rick Ross just for the same reason.
Gone. Yeah, you have to explain Rick Ross then. But I think Rick Ross has more of a right to be considered a legend than someone like Future is.
But we don't like his music at all as well.
I mean, I do like a lot of songs.
Same with the Future as well, didn't it?
However, Rick Ross has got longevity.
Yeah, but
from songs like Hustler.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
which was God knows how old is that shit, bruv?
Yeah.
That shit is old, bruv.
But that doesn't make him a legend as well.
But it does though, because he has got projects like that.
Because we're not surprised if Future has longevity as well.
Maybe
he can kind of do the singing and rapping, which
no, he's not really rapping though. Like, where is he rapping? Like, like he's not really. I don't know, man. I don't know, bro. I feel like Rick Ross is more likely to be considered a legend because of longevity and
even though we don't like it, he is gonna happen.
And
he's got one foot in the door.
And he has dropped like a lot of good singles, like "Stay Scheming." Remember that?
Yeah, but I still don't. I don't know. I don't.
Stay Scheming.
I don't like the fact that he's going to be considered a legend, but he is going to be considered a legend regardless of what we say.
I don't know. I feel like he has more reason to be a legend.
And he chills with like very powerful companions that might help him.
Yeah, Jay-Z at one point, P Diddy,
Drake, French.
Well, he's not
Montana,
he's not friends with Drake anymore.
or whatever.
They might have squashed it. I
yeah,
don't
they
know.
probably bless it out and shit like that, man.
But and also, shall I tell you something else? Rick Ross is a CEO. That's another big thing in comparison to Future, bro.
Yeah, because I guess
He has people under his brand.
known for
He's got
developing
Meek
Meek
Mill,
Mill,
Wale.
shit like that. Yeah.
What's that guy, bruv? Flipping. There was one guy I like, bruv. Stolly. Forgot his name, bruv. He's quite good.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you know what I'm saying? He's flipping Omarion, bruv. What are you talking about, bruv? Like, he's a CEO, bruv. That already, like, that's a big impact.
He made Omarion and shit, man.
I don't know about that, bruv. But do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, that's a huge impact as well, man. The fact that you're a CEO, that's another reason why you can be considered a legend,
I was
bruv.
saying he's got more of a case than Future, but he's in a similar bracket.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like he's got... Because, again, when it comes down to, like, things like lyrical content and flow and stuff, I think, again, he's high... Well, flow, you can argue, obviously, because Future is, like, known for flow and melody, in a sense, yeah? But lyrical content as well, and good music. He has got good singles.
Yeah.
And has made, like, random tracks that are really good as well. Dice
He's
Pineapples.
got good singles, Future. I'll give him that.
But, yeah.
Gone. You got one?
I don't know if shall I put... Were you happy with me saying Chance?
Yeah, I got him as well.
Yeah. I would say then my next one I would say is Chance the Rapper, who's another young buck who I think if he continues at the rate he's going, he should... Like, he's most definitely should be considered a legend. Yeah. If he continues at the rate that he's going now, because he's kind of already done some legendary shit.
Yeah, at the age of 24.
Yeah, so I feel like he can be considered because I've heard 2 mixtapes of his now.
Yeah, and you didn't know he had 4 mixtapes?
I've only heard 2 anyway, so I've heard Acid Rain.
Acid Rap,
same thing.
I'm a great fan you on this.
I didn't say I'm a great fan. I've just heard 2 and I've heard his last project, the Colouring
Paper
book, yeah. And obviously they were both okay. Like I wasn't a huge fan of either project.
Yeah.
I liked some songs from each. But I wasn't like, oh my god, I really like this guy. However, he's still good. He has got lyrical content. He has got like ad-libs as well that can make him like popular. Ad-libs is a big thing, bruv. You become known for that shit. He's got lyrical content. He's got the connects. Yeah, he's liked by a lot of people. He's got a fan base that people like him. Like fan bases of people who are bigger than him. So what I mean by that is someone like Kanye, Beyonce, Jay-Z. Their fan base is obviously much larger than his. However, the fact that them three like him so much will help him because their fan base naturally might just be like, okay, I like Chance the Rapper as well.
I got like Chance murked. Was it last year? He murked last year.
Yeah.
He was so influential in one of the biggest rap albums of last year, Life of Pablo.
Yeah.
Super influential.
And his verse was sick as well.
Yeah, really good. Even like he was the one that made Waves. Even though I don't like that song at all.
So why do you mention stuff you don't like?
It was a big song, innit?
Okay,
yeah. What else did I like? I said that he's got a very distinct sound compared to current rappers. Okay. That's like Travis Scott or...
Travis Scott is quite different though.
No, but as in like he's still in that trap or rap, mumble, whatever type of category we put into, innit?
Sure.
It's like Kid Cudi, similar to Kid Cudi in terms of Kid Cudi is very distinct when you hear Kid Cudi album or something. He's not like an ordinary guy. And then there's Chance the Rapper.
He's more gospel, I would say.
He's gospel. We don't really hear that a lot.
Chance the Rapper is more gospel.
Yeah, we don't really hear that a lot. And as I'm saying, they're distinct, innit? And he's a guy that everybody likes. And that might serve him really well in the future. The fact that he's 24.
I mean, that's not a big thing though.
Grammy.
Now having the Grammy is a big thing. No, but at the age
of 24, one Grammy.
No album. And he done it with nothing sold.
And he contributed on the Life of Pablo album. So we don't know how much, but I'm sure it's quite a bit.
But he's, and I feel like if he continues at the same rate as he has been going, where he drops his next project is better than the last.
Yeah.
And he's still getting the support and the love as he has been getting from artists such as Jay-Z's and the Kanye's.
Justin Bieber.
Justin Bieber had him from flipping journals, you get me?
Yeah.
Like, like DJ Khaled, he was on that song which is a big song.
Maybe the idea of being positive, like positively rapping about something.
And he's like the most positive kind of looking guy you have in it, bruv. Like everyone else is like he doesn't.
Beach face.
Yeah, he's always like happy and smiling and shit, and maybe that's something different, I guess, isn't it? Like,
I mean, obviously it's too early to tell because what can happen. We're not.
No, obviously.
But we're predicting based on what he's shown us.
Yeah,
that he could be really good.
I think he has the potential to be a guy, bruv. To be a guy.
I've got another left field choice. One of them is Logic. That's my third left field choice. I got one.
Because he's white. No, it's because he's black.
I think he's currently one of the most underrated rappers.
Why do you say underrated?
Because he should have started. His buzz should have kicked in second album.
But maybe he does have a buzz that.
I don't think that buzz hit.
But why is it? Because you're not seeing it in media outlets.
No, I don't know. Like, no one's really talking about him as much.
But where have you seen?
Even in our circle.
Okay, but no one in our circles really knows anyone.
No, I know. No, as in like, Young Grizzles knows quite a bit.
About who?
About like the current.
No.
Like obviously, there's the four main dudes with the Nicki, Drake, Kendrick, and Cole. Right.
That's three main.
Three or four.
You said three main and then you named
3 or 4, man.
Okay.
Fucking hell. Yeah. And then you've got like that's the top tier, and then you got the mid tier.
Okay.
Right. And I think Logic's in mid tier, but should be top tier.
I don't know about that.
Why
I don't know about top tier, bro. Nah, I don't think so.
At least one classic album, arguably 2 classic projects.
Nah, I think he's got one potential to be a classic album, which is too early to call it a classic. I think.
Okay, modern.
I think because you like him,
a modern classic.
You're quick to jump at it.
No,
yeah?
I think
because I think Logic is sick. I think
that Everybody album murked, and I told you that just recently.
Yeah, sales wise, but I don't think it was a great album.
250,000.
Yeah, no, it might have sold a lot, but I don't think it's as great as his previous album that he released. And that album was a really good album, but I still think he only dropped 2 or 3 years ago. Like it's quite early to say that's a classic. You know what I'm saying? 14, I'm sure it dropped.
14, I think.
Yeah. So that's too early. Like 3 years is not enough time to consider an album a classic. Like if you're still banging it in another 5 years, I give it to you. Yeah. Like
I think he's being concise, which I think might make him stand out.
But my argument for that is it might not as well. Because dropping 3 or 4 albums in this day and age and then stopping might not be good enough to be considered a legend. You might I think as much as people hate what Drake's doing, I think you need to do that. The reason why you think Future's a legend is because every week he's dropping a project.
Is that someone like Logic is going to be appreciated once he's done.
I don't know. I feel like once he's done, people will forget him because he hasn't had enough projects out.
No, I think it depends on his. Obviously, it depends on his fourth and last project, right? And how good of a project that is. I think, in terms of commercial success, he's gone up. Obviously,
because if his last project is shit, he might just be remembered as that guy who could have been sick.
He could have been sick, yeah. So that's why it's kind of a left field choice. But I think he's going to be more appreciated afterwards because of how different he is.
I wouldn't say he's different.
No, but he is because the dominant subgenre of rap right now is kind of
because this album, the last album that came out, in regards to content, I think it was rubbish. I felt like every song. Everybody.
No,
like I feel like every song.
One song.
Yeah, no,
so
trust me.
When I went for the album,
he says everybody bears.
When I went,
he says everybody bears.
You were going through one song.
No,
right?
I wasn't.
Yeah.
He says everybody bears.
No.
In at least 4 or 5 different songs. Everybody, but who cares? That could be a context. That could be the thing about his album, like everybody. So he mentions cool whatever. Yeah. But I feel like nearly every song is about him being black and white. I feel like this project is similar to Pimp a Butterfly, where it's so specific to one thing that people might forget about it once maybe this era, once that situation has passed on.
But it's also a thing that maybe we can't relate. and that's why it's harder to take in.
But even people who can relate to it, for example, yeah, you were telling me yourself, I didn't like To Pimp a Butterfly. I don't think it related to me, and I don't think a lot of the songs, even if they didn't relate to me, because there have been so many albums that I don't relate to, but they're still good albums, yeah?
Yeah.
But I felt like To Pimp a Butterfly wasn't good enough to stand the test of time.
Yeah.
Even though a lot of people liked it at the time, whatever, but now people that it should be or could be relevant to, they don't even think it was as good.
No, I think people overhyped it and didn't let it settle in first.
But I feel like that's the same thing about this album that just went.
Instrumental wise, it was not good enough. It was shit.
No, but even this album, everybody.
But this album was better than Pimp a Butterfly.
Yeah, but I still don't think it's good. And
no,
when you're talking about in context of his last two projects, I think it's
as good.
Yeah, but I don't think it's his best project. I think it's his worst project out of all three.
I think it's a decent project at best.
But it's still not good enough.
But it's not good enough for him.
And he out of his three, or if you want to say 4 projects,
I'll say 4.
Yeah,
4
out of 4 projects, that's his worst in my opinion. Yeah, in regards to overall. Yeah. And if you're talking about album wise, he's only had 3 albums, and out of 3 albums, sales wise, cool, wherever, it was good in that. But when it comes down to it, it's his worst project, and he's the furthest into his career. Now, I'm not saying that that's gonna.
That he's risen quite quickly as well. Not Chance the Rapper level, but he's risen quite quickly.
No, but if you're saying
like buzz behind an album.
I don't know about that. Maybe he does because he's part of a big label as well, isn't it?
But he is. But so is like we said. So is Magic Jordan from OVO. But there was no buzz for that album.
Well, sorry, I didn't hear what you said.
Like it doesn't. I don't think record labels matter anymore. As much.
No, but bruv, Magic Jordan are signed to like 4 different guys, bruv.
No, but they're signed to OVO.
Yeah, who's signed to who, bruv?
He's signed to
some other label.
Probably so.
Who's signed to another label, bruv?
No, but as in they're repping OVO when it comes to their music, right? And there was no buzz behind that type of album. I think Logic got the same treatment. There's no buzz behind his album. Maybe everybody's got the biggest buzz, but it's nowhere near as big as the top tier rappers. You see from a mile away, Kendrick's gonna drop an album, or Cole's gonna drop an album any month soon.
Yeah, I don't know, but I feel like
so it's unjust to him.
No, but I feel like he's still got time, obviously. But if he drops one more album and stops, I don't think he can be considered a legend.
I mean, that
especially in 20 years.
That could be a flop, or it could be really great for him.
I think it's more likely to be a flop. I think that to have 4 albums and 3 of them are good, and in 20 years from now to be considered a legend, I think that's too difficult. I think that's going to be too unlikely.
Yeah, cause I think he could be the what if guy.
But then that's not a good. That's not.
Like, he murked for what he did. Like, he was so concise. He done 4 albums and he was out. Right?
If he had done 4 projects in the space of 20 years, then maybe, bruv. But to do 4 projects in 4 years or some shit and then not disappear and to be expected to be considered a legend in 20 years, that's very difficult, man.
Yeah, it's very difficult. But I think he can kind of do it.
I think he has to be consistent, man.
But he's relatively consistent, to say the least.
Yeah, but 20 years and like I'm saying 20 years and dropping an album now. And then in 20 years...
I think it's good and bad to drop 4 albums.
I think... Come on, man. In this day and age, in 20 years, you think in 20 years, you won't remember he had 4 albums, bruv.
No, maybe.
Highly unlikely, bruv.
We're big fans of him. So I'm not surprised if we remember that shit, man.
Yeah, I know. But I mean, even then, I still think it's unlikely. Because think about it like this, yeah? No, we haven't even... Like, the thing is, we haven't even been alive listening to music for 20 years, bruv. No. Like, to be... Like, who do you remember from, like... Do you know what I'm saying? Imagine people that might have dropped when we would just start listening to music. Yeah. Like, you're not really listening to them. There's only like a handful of guys, bruv.
No, we can still say we're still catching up to the music that we've missed back in the day.
I wouldn't say so. I think I've caught up.
No, calm down.
Yeah, to the main like handful of guys, innit? You're not listening to other random people, innit?
Shit we're missing, man.
Yeah, but they don't matter.
Huh?
They don't matter.
They don't matter to us because we got so much already.
But that's the point I'm trying to make. That in 20 years' time, imagine how many artists are going to be out that a man who dropped 4 albums is going to be considered a legend.
Yeah, my counter argument for that is, what if the level of quality from those 4 albums,
unless he dies,
so good.
Unless he dies, yeah. There's no way. Unless he gets killed, there's no way.
No, but I think he might be more appreciated when he's done, because because dropping 4 albums in this generation is different to what everyone else is doing. Maybe that makes him stand out.
I don't know, maybe. But anyway, go on. Who's next, bruv?
Who's yours, man? I said Logic, innit? I said 3, man.
Yeah, I know, but you put all 3 of them in like the 2 of them in the same category and shit, bro. Go on, my next one then I'll say is I don't know. He's kind of not new, but I would say let me go with Bonnet. I'll go with Lupe Fiasco.
That's quite a left field choice as well.
I feel he should be. I think he's a legend. Like, he should be considered a legend in 5 years, if not already. Like, I think he could technically already be called a legend.
But he's so niche. He's arguably underground at this point.
Because I feel like he's dropped at least 2 classic albums.
Ooh, I would say at least 1.
Lasers. And you're telling me, let me bring up the name. I forgot it right now, bruv.
Tetsu, whatever that one.
1 second, bruv.
That last one he did.
No, not last, man. Because he's dropped amazing projects, yeah? Like, he's dropped good projects, yeah? But Food and Liquor, that was a good album.
No, there was a couple good songs in it. I wouldn't say it's a good album, though. It's decent at best.
And The Cool was a mixtape, I think. But anyway, he has consistently... here we go, yeah? The Cool was a good album. Food and Liquor was a good album. Or mixtape, whatever you want to say. Lasers. That's 3 projects. And I think that 2 of them, I think that Food and Liquor and Lasers can be considered...
I'll say Lasers is a different level to Food and Liquor. Like, completely different level.
Maybe. But but even if you want to talk about Food and Liquor... I mean, Lasers, sorry.
Yeah.
Lasers, definitely, I think it's already a classic album. If not... Like, you know what? I think The Cool as well could be considered as it, man.
To me, if he hasn't done it now, I don't know when he's going to do it then. Because he's becoming, what, nearly 10 years in the game?
Probably. But
yeah.
Probably more than 10 years.
If he hasn't done it in 10 years, then I don't think he's going to do it in 20.
But a lot of people... Like, look at Rick Ross, bruv. Rick Ross wasn't considered some big guy.
You kind of need momentum.
5 years ago.
You need momentum before you stop completely.
And I think yeah, the fact that people like Kanye and Jay-Z recognizing that Lupe is one of the most talented rappers that they've seen,
yeah,
should let you know as well that he should be considered a legend, or it would be considered a legend.
No, but it's like,
because again, in 20 years' time,
yeah,
you're telling me Lupe won't be considered a legend?
Probably not.
Why?
Like, so you're saying that
people like MF Doom are considered legends.
So no, they're cult though. They're cult legends.
But they're legends.
They're cult legends.
That doesn't mean anything. Just putting another word in front of it doesn't mean they're not legends.
No, but cult legends are completely different to that of
So why can't Future be a cult legend?
He could be. I think it's easy. But
you've put him in a legend though. We're talking about legends. That's it. Point blank. Period.
A legend. He could definitely be a cult legend. I think Lupe could definitely be a cult legend.
I think Lupe, firstly, one of the biggest rappers out of Chicago.
Is he? I think Chance overtook him quickly and swiftly.
Why? Just because right now, that's the thing where you're getting confused. Yeah, is like you have to bear in mind. Yeah, when Lupe come out, look at what Lupe was doing.
Lupe was never childish. No, Chance the Rapper big.
How do you know though?
Never.
Okay, how do you know?
We were there.
No, firstly, you wasn't there. Secondly, the internet wasn't there like that as well.
Yeah, it was because we were there.
Bruv, how was the internet? You're telling me the internet is how it is now?
No, I'm not saying that. But the internet was there and it was done.
Lupe is, even right now, Lupe is still one of the biggest things on the internet.
No.
No way. How
no
often do you go on forums and shit?
How good was his last album?
I didn't hear it.
Yeah, there.
But that's me, I haven't heard it.
Yeah, but
that
you can't even probably guess the album name or something, man.
Bruv, okay, but you've put Rick Ross. What was Rick Ross's last album? What was Rick Ross's last album?
I don't fuck with Rick Ross.
Yeah, but you've put him in here. You don't even know Future's last album. You don't even really truly. No, it's not even called Jimi Hendrix, bruv.
It is called Jimi Hendrix. It's spelt wrong.
It's called Hendrix.
Yeah, okay.
HNDR.
Oh yeah, okay, same thing. I was close.
No, you're not close, and that's just because you googled it.
You take a
Hitachi Moe or something. Hitachi, bro. Hitachi, and Nagasaki, bro.
No.
But I think Lupe should be considered. I think he will be considered legend because I think he is more likely like Logic. I think you're more likely with Logic. How the fact that he's gonna be considered more of a legend in 20 years time.
Why is Lupe not getting buzz?
He doesn't need to though, because he's dropped projects that are. He's dropped a project that's outstanding.
That's not good enough though.
How is it not good enough? He's already got a classic album, which is again Criteria, right. One of the best lyricists we've ever heard. Yeah,
one of the shittest albums ever.
Which one?
With that Tetsu, that last one, man.
When did you hear that?
I think I heard it a year and a half ago. It was some random thing, man.
So just because you didn't like that one album, bro, how many projects do Rick Ross and Future have? Your arguments are dumb.
No.
Your arguments are dumb.
No,
You're going wishy-washy, bro.
No, didn't I tell you that I don't agree with them?
I know, but that doesn't make sense to say, alright. I think you're standing over logic.
No. Future, my argument for Future and Rick Ross was simply, they are bigger artists than Lupe. Yes or no?
Currently, yes.
Currently, yes.
But that doesn't mean anything.
And how would you define currently? How many years have gone by where...
Okay, but they're bigger artists than Andre 3000.
Yes.
But are they more of a legend?
No, because Andre is different.
No, he's not.
Yeah, he is.
He still dropped. He hasn't even dropped a solo project.
That's 2015.
Okay, but one second. Listen to what I'm saying. Andre 3000 hasn't even dropped a solo project.
Yes, and he's bigger than Lupe.
Yeah, I haven't. That's not my argument. The point is, that these people are more relevant than Andre 3000, and Andre 3000 hasn't even dropped a solo
and he's not active
album
like that.
But
like
he
Lupe
is though.
Like Lupe.
He's more active than Lupe in the last 2 years.
I disagree.
Okay, what have you heard from Lupe in the last 2 years?
Fucking album.
Well, when did that come out? 2015?
Something like that. Let me Google it.
Okay, let's say in 1 year then. 2 years is a long time. 1 year is a long time.
I don't really follow Lupe anymore. So
but you would have still... You heard his shit album that was 2 years ago.
Yeah, I don't know when it was, man. Let me Google it.
Okay, but either way, you've heard more Andre 3000, in commercial tracks than you have anyone else.
Right.
Yeah, like out of these three, because I know you don't listen to Future. I know you don't listen to Rick Ross.
It came out 2015, and he's got he got an album out February the 10th, 2017, a couple months ago. Do you see? Like, he doesn't like pop anymore.
Yeah, but that doesn't. Why does that mean that that's not? Like, I don't get it.
Relevance doesn't allow him to be legendary, because the general.
But why is your relevant? But this is what I'm saying. Well, your argument is silly, because just because they're not relevant now.
Right.
How does that mean that they won't be legendary in 20 years? Just because they're relevant now, that means they'll be legendary. No, because who's to say their relevance will matter?
Because you need momentum.
No, I know, but the point is, no one's gonna have momentum for 20 years. No one has had it for 20 years.
Well, Jay-Z, I guess, is the closest.
When was Jay-Z's first album that you remember it came out?
I don't remember, but he's had momentum.
And he hasn't even dropped an album since when, bruv? Since 2013, 14.
15.
When did that come out? That didn't come out 2015, I swear. It came out 13, 14. 13, that's 3-4 years since his last album, And he took gaps as well, huge gaps between albums.
Yeah, and my argument to you is, how relevant is Jay-Z?
He's not relevant
now.
But Jay-Z's not relevant as an artist. He's relevant because of what he's done, and he's like Tidal and him being a part of Kanye.
Now compared to Lupe Fiasco,
none of them are
more relevant.
How? Because none of them. Jay-Z hasn't dropped nothing for 4 years.
You're passionate about Lupe.
No, I'm not. No. Your argument. What I'm passionate about is the fact that you're saying one thing for one person, but denying it for another person.
Because you're taking my argument and misconstruing it.
No, I'm not. Because I'm saying that in 20 years.
I don't care.
No. I don't care about anyone. I don't care about none of these guys. My point is,
relevant at this stage.
Yeah, I know.
Let's say 5 years.
Okay.
Okay. The Blazers probably.
Sure, go on.
Yeah, and the flame of Lupe has died down completely.
Okay.
From the point where we didn't even know he dropped an album in February, right?
Okay, sure.
Yeah, and I'm saying that he is more likely going to be a cult legend because of his fan base.
Forget that now. What I'm trying to explain to you.
How relevant is he going to be in? If he's not relevant now, what makes you think he's going to be relevant in the future?
Okay, when DMX dropped his last album, and then he went into Pen, and then he's dropped shit albums since then, No, not one good album. He's dropped at least 3 or 4 albums, Not one has been recognized. Why is he still a legend? And technically, he's dropped he's gonna drop another album this year or next year, and he's still gonna be considered irrelevant.
Right.
But he's still a legend. Why? Because in a certain amount of time, you will still be a legend.
Yeah.
No matter what, you can still be a legend. Doesn't matter when you're relevant. Because the fact is, these men are relevant now. You're just saying because they're relevant now.
You can't use the DMX argument for Lupe.
No, I'm not saying it for
DMX
Lupe.
was the
My point is, okay, you're not listening.
At a certain point of his
you're not listening to what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that when someone is relevant, just because they're relevant now, you're saying that they're gonna be legends.
No.
Yeah, that is what you said.
No.
What the hell? You said Rick Ross is relevant right now in music in comparison to Lupe Fiasco, right?
It's going to help them get into legendary status.
Yeah, but in 20 years.
Yeah.
in 20 years, these man's buzz right now is going to make him a legend.
Okay, when you look back at 2000 and whatever year, you're going to be, yo, Rick Ross murked that year.
No, that's not what you're going to say.
Yeah, you are.
You're going to say, if you're going to say, all right, in 20 years' time, what's the year in 20 years' time? 2037, yeah?
Right.
Listen to what you're saying. In 2037, you're going to be like, bruv, remember 2017? Future's such a legend, bruv.
No, but you're going to look back at like,
look, Rick Ross is such a legend, bruv.
You're going to look back at a certain decade and go, yo, Rick
and they
Ross
will be in your top 10.
Rick Ross was one of the big guys.
Let's say 2010 to 2020, yeah?
Right.
Yeah, Rick Ross is going to be considered a legend. Oh, wait, sorry. 2007. What? Let's do 2007 to 2017.
Right.
That's 10 years, right?
Right, okay.
Alright, would he even make your top 10 of legends?
No, not my personal top 10.
In whose mind do you think Rick Ross or Future will be considered a legend?
Yeah.
From 2007 to 2017.
Right. Yeah,
who would be considered a legend?
How many people do we know that fuck with them too?
No one.
No one. But we haven't bothered to actually go out there and actually find the general consensus.
Why would I go outside and listen to an idiot who says that Future is considered a legend?
No, not.
Or Rick Ross is a legend?
Because we haven't gone to the future.
Huh?
We haven't gone to the future.
No, now, innit? Like.
But what I'm saying is that Lupe has. You need to continue.
Fuck you! I'll see you in 20 years, cuz. I'll see you in 20 years, cuz.
We're gonna remember Lupe.
Who cares anyway? I don't even care, bro.
No, do you get what I'm saying, though?
I feel like that's ridiculous to say that in 20 years someone's buzz now will make him a legend. Do you get what I mean? When longevity has to play a part in it.
No, I know, but it's how important they are to that specific.
And I also feel like you're proper downplaying albums like The Cool and.
No, I'm not. But how big of an album were they?
Who cares about? What do you mean big?
Because
like sales wise?
Everything. Like,
if you're talking about sales, then you can. I don't have that information, but we can check that.
How many people listen to it, or how many people enjoy the album and stuff like that?
I still enjoy Lupe music over Rick Ross and Future.
I know, but you're not 100% of the general consensus.
No, obviously not. But my point is that when we're talking about longevity, good music has to be longevity. Like, if it's shit music, it has to be such bad music for it to have longevity. Do you know what I mean? Like,
you need a following.
Either it has to be really good or really bad.
Yeah, but you need people to remember Lupe, and for that you need people. You need like a wave, or not a wave, but like you need a following.
But see, that's where I think you're wrong.
Because how would you say Lupe's following now
is one of the biggest?
It's not one of the biggest.
Yes, in regards to niche, like.
In regards to niche.
No, but
yes.
and
that's
also
he's a cult legend.
No. Because what I'm trying to say, what I mean by niche is niche music, like. Niche is probably not the right word from the point I'm trying to make here, but like Lupe's got a big fan base of people who probably are not considered in when talking about this is the best rapper, this is the best. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think Lupe has got a big fan base that is something similar to like what you were saying about Logic. Like you don't know Logic's got a big fan base, but he does.
Yeah, he does.
And I think that's similar to Lupe, similar to like Kid Cudi. Like I feel like they have such big fan bases, but you just don't know it. In a sense,
I don't know.
Like, how many Kid Cudi fans do you know?
So
for real, how many Kid Cudi fans do you know? That excluding the guys who be like, "Oh yeah, man, day and night, bruv."
Not much. Day and night. Bro.
Like that's the only song they know about him.
Yeah.
Like really and truly, people don't like Kid Cudi that like to the same level as we do, right? But look how big the following is.
It's like, look, hear me out. So his album, Lupe Fiasco's album, 2015, his second to last album, Tetsu and Youth, only sold 42,000. Right?
Yeah, but that's not. Who cares about this day, in this day and age?
Which is fine, yeah. And in its second week, the album fell 37, selling 12,000 only, yeah. Compared to someone like Logic, who has momentum.
Yeah, but that's because he's new. Bear that in mind. He's new as well. And Lupe's got fans, like me, who download his music illegally, bro. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, with people like Logic, if it's a younger fan base, all they know is, oh my god, I have a Spotify or I have a Apple Music. Like they've never had that struggle of having to download music and put it on CDs and shit.
No, but the thing is, if you are like, you're more likely to know someone like obviously Future. Like, what would you say the age of the consumers are now for this gen, roughly? Like the
about
the biggest
11.
age group. 11.
I would say 11. Bro, are you kidding me?
When you say 14,
how many 8 years olds do you know with an iPhone?
When you say 14 to
I would say
17,
11, bruv. I'd say 11.
11 to what?
To about 18. What, to that buy stuff?
Yeah, that age group. No.
Yeah, all the way up to about 23, man.
Right. So if you ask them, Say that.
Like, of people who are... I mean, obviously, all the way... God knows how high it can go, bro.
But you're asking one question. Who do you know? Rick Ross, like name-wise, just name-wise. Rick Ross,
Bro.
Future.
Obviously,
Logic,
in this
Logic,
day... Right now,
Lupe.
obviously, people are going to say Future, bro.
Okay.
Or Rick Ross.
Would that answer be the same thing in 2015?
No.
Why
Well,
not?
Future will probably still be there.
Yeah.
Logic wouldn't be there.
And Rick Ross will still be there.
Rick Ross will still be. But even
Rick Ross
Lupe would
will
be in
be.
2015, I would reckon.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah. But Lupe, even when he was out, people weren't saying Lupe's name, though.
What do you mean?
When Lupe was out, when Lasers come out, people didn't know who he was.
People didn't know who he was still.
So, like, he's always been that guy who
so
people...
my argument to you is that he never hit the heights.
No, but okay, but for example...
Ever, like
alright, let me give you another example, yeah?
Future.
Alright, Big Sean, yeah? He's been there throughout everyone else, yeah?
Yeah.
I think arguably he's a better rapper than some of the people that are out as well, yeah? And considered in top 4, yeah?
Yeah.
And still, he's the same person. He's always been out. People won't remember him.
No, but people remember him more than Lupe.
Yeah, no.
More
Obviously, because he's got because one, has got a bigger like sales and etc. etc. But do you get my point though?
Yeah.
Like when Lupe, even though Big Sean's out, people don't really know like
That's
that.
why I say he's a cult legend.
I still don't think cult's the right word because I think it'll turn into like a legend. A legend is a legend. That's it.
No, there's cult legend.
But anyway, let's move on, bro. I feel like I've spoken too much about Lupe and I don't even care enough to like talk about that. But I feel, let me just say my next guy, who I'll say, my next guy is Pusha T.
Right, okay.
That's another guy who I think would and should be considered a legend in 20 years.
He's more. I honestly think he's more likely to do it than Lupe.
Because he's done it with Clips.
Pharrell
and I think he has got one project which I would put under his thing, which is what is the name again, Hassan?
My Name Is My Name.
My Name Is My Name, Pusha T.
Yeah. I got another kind of niche alternative geezer. My one is Childish Gambino.
I don't know about that.
Who I think is going to only get better from now on.
I feel like he's not a rapper though. Like, I get what you mean, yeah, he's done one rap project two rap projects. But I feel like he's that guy who I reckon. Let me say this. I don't think he'll be a rap legend. I don't think so. Yeah, in 20 years, I don't think. But I feel like he will be remembered 110% for whatever for his contribution to maybe hip hop and TV.
Yeah.
Because things like ATL, Atlanta, I really enjoyed that. Community really enjoyed that. And I'm talking about him specifically. Yeah.
He's going to be in the Han Solo film.
And his musical projects have been good as well, but I don't think he'll be considered a rap legend.
I think
they might take him like, oh yeah, he's a hip hop, like, oh yeah, he's a legend because he's a part of our scene. But
I think he started off slow, and because of his other work outside of rap, helped him become.
I think his
famous.
Work outside of rap is much bigger and showcases his talent way more than his rap does.
Him.
But I feel like,
but
that money's better than rap music. I don't think he would go back to rap.
He's obviously got passion for the music.
But as soon as he started not having baths and shit, people didn't care about him in rap.
No, but I'm sure he's got like a passion towards music. Otherwise, he wouldn't be making it.
Yeah, but I don't think it's enough to be.
I'm not surprised.
And I don't think it's going to be rap. I think it's going to be some weird
maybe
take some drugs and listen to it, bruv.
Take some drugs.
Legit, bruv.
He doesn't take drugs, man.
Yeah, but you take drugs to listen to him.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's someone who should be in there anyway.
Because I think he's a proper talented rapper if you listen to his old stuff.
No, he is talented.
He can actually rap.
But that doesn't mean anything because Future's more of a. I think Future's more of a legend than him, bro.
Yeah, Future's a way bigger.
I can't believe you said 100%. You're pathetic, bro.
100%.
You're
He's
pathetic.
a way bigger.
You're pathetic. What, Stan, bro?
Way bigger.
I'm gonna call you, bro. Past, bro.
No, but it's the thing.
That's your new nickname, bro.
There's some things you just can't.
You're the past
help.
for Future, bro.
You can't help. Ghostbusters last year was one of the biggest movies commercially.
Yeah, and Chris Hemsworth was the best actor in it, bro.
So there's some shit you can't fucking help. Fast and Furious beat fucking the 1 billion mark and beat Star Wars. All right, to be the highest.
But both films were shit though.
Of the year. No, but that level of shit compared to Star Wars. Star Wars is a decent film you can watch again.
Yeah, but Star Wars, more people care about Fast and Furious, bro.
Yeah, fuck it. See, there's some things you can't help whether you like it or not, man. But yeah, I think. I don't know if Childish is underrated. I think he's fine in his lane.
I don't think
he's okay.
I don't think he can be underrated with one rap project, bro.
I think two
rap projects. I don't count the other one.
Two albums, bro. Not even a project, right? They're heavy hitting albums.
I only like one of them, but I can't remember the second one.
Yeah, still. I think the type of music he makes is perfect for this generation. That really shit.
I don't know about that.
Emotional.
I don't know about that.
Or he's got a lot of nerdy
This
stuff,
generation doesn't like shit, bruv.
Yeah.
They like some bullshit, bruv.
They like Future, man. I'm telling you.
Go on, let's get to the main guys now. The ones that you have so much to talk about.
When you have
bruv.
a younger brother that's age 15, yeah, you kind of know more about this shit, innit?
I don't have a brother age 15.
My brother was telling me 2 years ago, yo, I have to listen to Kid Ink's album. It's the best album ever, yeah.
That's pathetic, man.
That's how sad this generation is, man.
That is pathetic, man. Where's Kidding now, bruv? Where's Kidding now, bruv?
Chris Brown's shadow, man.
Where's Kidding now, bruv? Chris Brown, can I put Chris Brown in here, please?
No, man.
He's a legend, bruv.
No, man.
But he's not a rapper. He's a rapper, bruv.
He's such a sad story, that guy got, man. That guy could not take a break, innit?
He's the best, bruv.
Gone anymore?
I would say I will put Big Sean then before we get into the top 5 in a sense of biggest guys.
That was my next dude. Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
What are you saying?
Same.
Yeah, I would say Big Sean. I think Big Sean is destined to be a legend in 20 years, especially because he's now got 3 mixtapes which I think are really good.
Right.
Reaching excellent level. I think his first album was a great debut album.
Yeah,
I think his second album was bullshit.
Yeah.
I think his third album was his best project out to date.
Yeah. Now we're talking about the top of the legend league.
Like, yeah, I think these men are guaranteed legendary status.
Now we're talking about top 6 legends.
Yeah, I think they're guaranteed legendary status. I think I should have said someone else before him, but doesn't matter now. But I'm gonna say Big Sean because I feel like, yeah, so his mixtape games I think was banging. I think he had the right buzz. He knew how to come out. I think he came out with Kanye West under Good Music, which helped him out as well. Yep. I think coming out on such a label under such an artist already kind of destines you for some sort of acknowledgement from a lot of people.
Yeah. Well, if you're getting thing in it.
Yeah, like Kanye West is your guy, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And being a part of Good Music, which was kind of such a cool thing at the time, because Good Music had him, Common, Pusha T, Kid Cudi, Mr. Hudson. Like, there were so many artists that were dropping, like, you know, that were like, it's just good music, bruv. Literally what the name is, isn't it? So yeah, and then again, debut album was excellent.
Yeah. For
a debut album, especially at that time as well. I mean, we were banging out the whole summer, really.
Yeah.
When they had come out.
Until Cole dropped. No, I'm joking.
Yeah, but
it's still good album.
Yeah, but we would be listening to Cole's album until Big Sean dropped. Like, that's what happens, bro.
I remember.
Or until Drake drops, then everyone gets shut down, bro.
I remember. Hassan, man. I saw the music video for one of J. Cole's songs. I think he's sick now.
Yeah, I forgot what song it was. Was it Can't Get Enough?
Yeah. Yo, Trey's in it, man.
Trey, I think
Rihanna's in it.
I think it's Rihanna's in it.
Yeah, Rihanna's in it.
Oh shit, probably I can't remember. I think that it's because of Trey songs I like J. Cole.
I think when it comes to the top tiers of this gen, that second album is such a missed opportunity.
I don't think so, because I think that I get what you mean.
Because
I feel like
took the opportunity to make a good album at least. Because Born Sinner was a good album, and Take Care is probably Drake's best album. They took that opportunity.
But I feel like I feel like his third album was so good that it kind of overshadows that.
Yeah, because no one remembers the second album. Because
it overshadows the fact that the second album was so bad.
Right now we're just nitpicking.
Like, it was one of them ones where, like, if he had come back with an average album, I think that would have flopped him.
And I think that was the time where he held his own. As much as Kendrick Lamar got the bars for Control, it was just a bunch of names.
Personally, I said that to you, bruv.
No, but I agreed with it.
Okay.
You don't like...
Because I honestly felt like, I was like, what the hell, bruv? All Kendrick Lamar said was a bunch of guys' names.
I was like, yeah, I agree with you.
Because that was flipping dumb, bruv. How is man just saying names that rhyme, and then they're like, this is the best verse we've ever heard. And, he flopped you, Big Sean, because he said your name in the verse. When Big Sean has actually got bars,
bars in it.
It didn't make sense, bruv.
And then, in terms of the song Blessing, he held his own against Kanye and Drake, two heavy hitters.
And he's been doing that.
And I think he's got the best
Click.
flow.
What about Click?
Click, yeah, I was about to say that.
Jay-Z
and Mercy.
You know what I'm saying? Mercy, again, one of the most, if not the best verse in that. Well, like, I think, Detroit verse Everybody.
Everybody, yeah. Everybody.
Yeah, everybody. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, Big Sean has always held his own.
Yeah.
And I think arguably always has one of the best verses in those songs.
But that's the thing, like, I get 100% get what you're saying. Like he's proper wordplay, flow, all of that shit. He's got all of that. Yeah, and I started listening more to the new album he's got. What is it?
And it's got bars.
Because of that music video looked quite cool. Same thing as your J. Cole thing.
I haven't seen none of the music videos.
Pretty cool.
But honestly, I think that the truth is, because I like Big Sean, I actually sat down and gave him the opportunity, and I feel like because you don't like him as much, like I skim like. The truth is, I think I like J. Cole more than you like Big Sean. Yeah?
Well, no.
Yeah, I think I like J. Cole way more than you like Big Sean.
No, because I super love J. Cole as well. Like,
no, I said I like J. Cole more than you like Big Sean.
Yeah, no, I think it's even.
I don't know, because I feel like...
I'm a super J. Cole fan.
Yeah, but what's that got to do with anything?
Like, and you're a super Big Sean
No, fan. I know, but I'm a really...
And I like Big Sean.
But I really like J. Cole as well.
Yeah. Do
you get what I mean? Whereas, like, for example, I wouldn't listen to... Like, I would listen to For Whom the Bell Tolls, his last project. And I will give it, like, a proper listen. Whereas, you wouldn't listen to a Big Sean album and give it a proper listen.
I just did.
Yeah, but after hearing it once over and after so long, like, I listened to J. Cole's album at least 3 or 4 times before I made a decision in a row. Like,
but that's credit to Cole.
No. I think I think that's just down to me and you, bruv. Like, you giving that person opportunity, bruv.
No, it's not that. It's like...
Because I think Big Sean's album, honestly,
I
think Big Sean's album is better than J. Cole's last album. 110%. 110%.
No.
You're telling me For Who the... okay, we'll get into that another day, Cool. But in my opinion, Big Sean's album is better than J. Cole's last album, innit?
Okay.
That's my opinion. And I feel like he has consistently... Now, that's his second album in a row where I think he has hit the same level.
No, this is...
No, what I mean...
Sky Paradise is...
No. That's his best project. Like,
his best project.
But what I mean, he's hit the same level is... I'm not saying, oh my God, it's the same level. Like, it's just as good as that. But he's got there, like...
I decided.
Yeah.
I think that's his second worst project.
No, I think when it comes down to substance, like, I think it's his second best project. Okay. I think his debut is his third.
I don't mind that. But I think what puts him down a bit has to be that second project he dropped.
No, but that's 4 albums in. That's his worst album.
I know, but
he's got 3 projects that are all better than that by a mile.
We say worst, cool, because everyone's got their worst album.
No, that's the worst. Like, it's really bad.
That's an album we don't listen to
at all. Like, not even one song.
Which is disappointing to another level.
However,
even Born Sinner, there are at least a handful of songs you still like.
Yeah. Obviously, there is a few like I forgot the names. Forbidden Fruit, I think.
Rich N-Words.
Yeah, I really like that song.
Or N-Words.
I don't know that song.
You know it. Trust me.
Okay.
It's the one where he uses Biggie lines.
Oh yeah, where is that? What's that called?
N-Words.
Okay.
Plural.
Okay.
Then there's the banger. Power Trip.
But anyway, the point... There's
Genie
not so
Aiko
much.
Song. There's Genie Aiko song. There's Bears. I just can't remember them, man.
Cool. I was just playing Born Sinner there by accident.
Born Sinner banger.
But I don't really like Born Sinner that much.
But that's the thing. I thought he kind of flopped with his opportunity, man. Because there was so much hype with whatchamacallit. What's his first album called? Finally Famous, the album.
Excuse me.
He murked with his momentum, and then he just died so quick.
But look at the.
And I'll give him props for bringing it back up to Dark Sky Paradise.
Excuse me.
Good Friday's album, whatever that was, that called. And then I decided, great. He picked himself back up.
His second album could be enough to destroy a career.
Yeah.
And he turned it around.
Yeah.
Bruv, not one song was banging, bruv.
Yeah. That's why I give him props. I give him props for that.
And he's come back. And not only that. Like, end of the day, you don't know what's affecting people in the same time. I don't know why he thought that was an okay album to drop. Whatever, in it, like, it's done, in it. But at the same time, people can drop a bad project, and still be considered legends, look at Marshall Mathers LP2.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, he was already considered a legend before the album had dropped anyway. But my point is that just because you drop a bad album and it has a decent, like, doesn't really have that many tracks where you would expect it to be good, you're still considered a legend.
Yeah.
And I feel like Big Sean will be that, because I feel like I Decided is actually a really, really good album. I think it's not at the same level as Dark.
I'm still half and half. I think,
Like, for example, yeah.
I don't like
I don't know if you know the names, yeah.
Oh Me. I don't like Light featuring Jeremiah.
I think that's a good song.
I don't like
I think Light. I think you need to listen to Light again. Are you listening to the what is it that you don't like about the song?
I just don't like it at all.
But what about it?
Just the whole thing. Like, I don't.
Because
like
his bars in that are really good.
Halfway Off the Balcony, I don't like.
I really like that song
and
as
obviously
well.
the intro, I took it out.
Okay, yeah.
So that's 1,
I
2,
actually
3, 4, 5, 6 I took out.
You know the worst thing is I actually like Light and I actually like Halfway.
Then that's why, innit?
Halfway, but that's only 2 songs you've removed.
No, I removed 4.
Oh, you said you just named 2. That's
obviously there's the intro.
Yeah.
Halfway Off the Balcony, Same Time Part 1, Light, and Oh Me. So 4. Like,
I think he's got bangers in there.
I think it's still relatively good album compared to what we hear on a regular basis.
Yeah, I mean, I really liked it anyway. But yeah, I think he's going to be a legend, bro. That's my guy, bro.
Obviously, the other one is going to be Kendrick Lamar.
The other guy is Kid Cudi, bro.
Proper talented. Yeah, and Kid Cudi. Proper talented Kendrick. Probably him.
He's going to be a...
I'll say him.
People are already talking like he's a legend now, bro.
Yeah. I think they're overhyping him, man. I don't know.
I think Big Sean's better than Kendrick.
Relate. I think he set the bar.
Big Sean's better than Kendrick.
Yeah.
I'm saying it
but
now.
I would say Kendrick,
I've said it, bruv.
Kendrick.
If I haven't said it before.
Kendrick has a better album than Big Sean.
Which one?
Good Kid, Mad City.
Yeah, who cares?
Yeah. And I think that might help him in that case.
No, it won't, because you got Good Kid, Mad City. Alright, cool, yeah. Which is a very good album. I think it's a modern classic, yeah.
Yeah.
However, Section 80, yeah, his mixtape.
It was good.
Yeah, but I don't think it's better than... Have you heard Big Sean's mixtapes, by the way?
Yeah, I don't like it as much as you.
What the hell have you heard? What? Name me one song from one of these mixtapes.
The one with Mr. Hudson, is that in it?
Chill. We'll talk about this later.
Space one. The space one.
Don't worry, we'll talk about this.
Is that in it?
We're listening to his 3 mixtapes.
Or the song with Mike Posner. I'm right in it. Yeah, man.
One song with Mike Posner.
Yeah, I know. I've heard that shit.
One song.
Yeah, but I can't tell you all of them, innit?
Okay, whatever. We'll listen to them later.
Opponent. I know, man.
Okay, so you think Section 80 was better than his mixtapes?
I need to listen to both of them again.
You probably haven't heard either of them recently.
Not recently. Yeah.
What was you gonna say?
How fucking dare you?
Oh, yeah.
I thought you were gonna say that I've never heard it.
No.
I was about to slap you.
No, I wouldn't be that rude, innit? But yeah. So anyway, yeah, I think his mixtape stand stronger than his Kendrick's mixtape. I think when it comes to debut albums, Kendrick had the stronger debut album. When it comes to second albums, I think Kendrick had the stronger second album as well because...
By default.
Yeah. But when it comes to the third and fourth album, I think Big Sean wins.
Well, Kendrick's only got 3 albums.
Yeah, well, okay, then his Untitled project, you can match it to one of Kendrick's...
Detroit.
To one of Thingy's mixtapes or some shit.
Detroit. Yeah, I don't know. I don't believe the buzz.
He's good.
I like a lot of his songs.
And he could and he could be better due to the buzz he's got right now.
He makes it
because I feel like people who are white, I feel like white people just like him because they feel like they have to.
Honestly, his BET cypher was really good.
Yeah, obviously, but what's that got to do with anything, bro?
No, but it kind of shows his skill set.
Okay, yeah.
Standalone. Like,
I guess so.
As like an MC,
yeah,
you can do it.
Yeah, no, he's sick. Kendrick's sick. I mean, you know, I find myself defending these guys, yeah, when other people don't realize.
It's a matter of taste, isn't it?
Because I remember I was defending Kendrick when he first come out saying, "Bruv, you man do not understand his flow.
Yeah.
Like, listen to it." Like, I remember. Do you remember the conversations people were having when
Man Down?
Nah, even before Man Down, bruv. Like, when he was in that verse, bruv, with them guys, man.
Drank.
Nah, man. What's that song with Drake and A$AP Rocky and...
Fucking Problem.
Yeah.
I never was a big Kendrick fan from the start, though, innit?
Nah, I know, but I was saying, like, but the thing that's made him big is what people didn't like about him at that time.
Yeah.
Things like his flow, things like the way he used to, like, rhyme. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And now people are like, oh my god, this guy can do
that's
this.
That's the thing I'm confused about. Like, I've kind of stayed the same with Kendrick. I think he's okay. He's really good at times. I like a lot of his songs. Some of his songs are proper bangers. Cool, but I've never been like, yo, Kendrick's album, you gotta listen to that shit. I've never recommended that you to listen to anything.
Yeah, Good Kid, Mad City.
And over
I would recommend Good Kid, Mad City.
And over the years, but as in like over the years, you would hear everyone riding that dick.
Yeah. Since Good Kid, Mad City, yeah, I haven't heard the album or something from Kendrick that's made me like
Drake
so excited.
dropped a playlist that's better than Damn. I can safely say that. So Drake in his sleep can arguably have a better project than Kendrick.
I think I Decided is the best project out of all the four top hitters this year, and they've all dropped this year.
Yeah.
Like Drake's playlist.
No.
Big Sean's I Decided.
Cole didn't drop this year, man.
Cole did. Oh, well, he dropped end of last year. Alright, fair enough. Hopefully he drops a big project this end of this year then.
Probably not though, innit? Probably next year, man.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's touring towards the end of the year.
Yeah, so probably.
So he might drop something just before that.
Maybe. Another one, obviously Nicki Minaj. I would say she's practically.
Are we not going to discuss Kid Cudi?
Kid Cudi. What much can you say? I think it's unfortunate.
What, you're not saying Kid Cudi's not going to be a legend in 20 years?
It's tough, innit? He's so tough to say, man.
I think Kid Cudi's going to be a freaking legend. He's got Man on the Moon, yeah?
Hit and miss, man.
He's got Man on the Moon.
A legitimate
yeah.
album, and I think
and the one that just come out now, bruv.
Slayer, whatever it's
that
called.
was a freaking... Bruv, come on, bruv. That's two... I think them two will become... I think this will...
Travis Scott as well,
even this will become a classic.
I think Travis Scott, maybe.
What?
If he
no way.
He's too similar to other people.
No, he can't be. He's not going to be a legend. I don't think as an artist.
Kid Cudi is
maybe as a producer.
So Marmite. He's so Marmite.
I don't think so. I've never heard anyone say a bad thing about Kid Cudi.
No, but as in like, if he's not on your radar, that's it.
He best be on your radar then, bruv.
But if he's on, if there's a little blip of Kid Cudi on your radar,
nah, I think. Like the love and I think this is, bruv, the amount of people that love Kid Cudi, he'll be a legend no matter what, because he has got good music. He's got two, I think, arguably classical albums already. Yeah. But
that's the thing with the top tier, right? That's the only thing we're debating. We're not debating whether they're going to be legends or not anymore.
Yeah, because we missed out him, innit? No one said his name.
No, as in we're not. With these guys, we're going to mention now.
Out of everyone mentioned prior, before mentioning Kendrick and Big Sean, Kid Cudi is guaranteed legend above everyone else mentioned.
We're both on the same track. We're agreeing that these guys are legends. Now we're kind of arguing where they're going to be on that table, right?
Oh well, then Kid Cudi's the lowest, obviously.
Yeah, because he's unfortunate. He's got like.
No, he's not really a rapper in that sense, like where he's gonna appeal to the mass.
Yeah,
the
that's
masses,
what I'm saying.
like.
That's what I'm saying. He's unfortunate.
But he's still a legend. Yeah. And he's guaranteed legend.
That's what I'm saying. That's what this. I'm fucking telling you.
Stop talking, bruv. Alright, but anyway, big up Kid Cudi. He's my dog, bruv. Yeah. Cudi, similar to Bunny Rabbit. Go on, Nicki.
I mean, promote Kid Cudi and Unsound Minds. Might as well do.
Cool. Hopefully, imagine Kid Cudi hears this one episode and me saying I love Kid Cudi similar to Bunny Rabbit.
We love.
No,
Kid
but
Cudi.
I didn't. Did you say Kid Cudi similar to Bunny Rabbit?
Yes.
You want my dick? Come grab it. Did you say that? Say it then he might come and he might join us on our podcast one day and sit on my lap or some shit, bro.
Is the reason, isn't it?
But go on, yeah. Nicki Minaj, I think, is guaranteed legend, bro.
I think she's already a legend.
I think she should be second. I think we should talk about J. Cole, bro.
No, let's just get Nicki.
You're just gassed, bro.
Let's get Nicki out of the way.
You're such a dick rider.
Cole
I swear down,
lost,
bro.
Isn't it?
Such a dick rider, bro.
100%.
Nicki Minaj is gonna be more of a legend than J. Cole.
No,
because she's the female rapper that's destroyed it, bro.
She's gonna be 100% in that bubble.
Higher than J. Cole.
No.
100%. You're a dick rider. I promise I'm not.
Yeah,
how am I gonna say I like J. Cole, bro? That's where you dick riders don't know. You know, dick riders don't understand shit, bro.
Cole is the best.
But why is Drake better than him then?
Wait, fucking let's get Nicki. Remy Ma didn't stop her momentum. She's the biggest female rapper of all time, without a doubt.
100%.
Maybe Missy Elliott, but
nah, she's bigger than Missy Elliott.
Yeah,
I mean, Missy Elliott's a legend as well, but obviously
she killed it because she can do pops. That's so.
Nicki Minaj is bigger than J. Cole. As much as you dislike it, yeah, she will be more of a legend than him. It's as simple as that.
No, because she's got a big bum. She's gonna be more remembered for that, 100%.
What, than J. Cole's bum?
Yeah,
well, obviously. But think about it like this, yeah. She's got her bruv, Pink Friday banging album, bruv. Yeah, right. I can't remember any of her other albums right now.
The one with the print.
Pink Print banging album as well, yeah. Like what else?
No wait, fuck you. What was the first one?
Pink Friday.
Get the fuck out.
Pink Friday wasn't a good album.
No.
You chat shit.
No.
You're a hater.
No.
You're just saying that because you want J. Cole higher. That's not in Pink Friday.
That is.
Are you lost, bruv? I don't even know if that's in Pink Friday.
Bruv, that has to be.
Nah, it's not. I think you're wrong.
That pop song, man.
I think you're wrong.
Get on the floor, man.
I think you're wrong.
How am I wrong?
Let me double check this. Pink Friday, yeah, has got songs like Save Me, Moment for Life, Blazing. I think you're thinking of the wrong song. Only Super Bass is the only one that's on there. That's like that sort of song.
Let's Get to the Beach. What's that one?
That's probably like some random track that they do for those DJs and shit, innit?
No, man. That was one of the biggest songs of the year, innit?
Yeah, I think that might have just been a random...
That was an album song, this, man.
Bro.
Find it. I don't even know the name of the song.
Yeah, I think that's a random song.
No, it's not 100%. It's not, man. You know, you can't Google properly, man.
I'm not Googling it. It's in my music, innit, bro?
You're slacking. You're some dumb guy, man.
Okay, but then I know you're wrong, though.
Pink Friday, yeah? 2010.
Yeah. Okay.
Let me go.
Find your song, bruv.
Wait, Right Through Me.
Let's Go to the Beach.
Moment for Life.
Is that Super Bass?
Last Chance. Blazing.
You're wrong. I already know you're wrong. Pink Friday was a banging
what are you
album.
talking about,
Yeah, exactly. Sorry. Apologize first.
Well, apologies.
But
no. I don't think I like the album that much.
You do, but you just remember it. You don't remember it.
Starships, that's it.
Yeah,
That's
so
one of the worst albums of all time.
is that an album?
No, it's Robin.
So why are you talking
that is
about?
An album. Yeah.
Is that an album?
Pink Friday, Woman Reloaded.
Yeah, who cares about that? That's not what I said though, did I?
Yeah, fuck that album. That's what I was thinking, innit?
How can
He's in the Trap, a dead song. Pound the Alarm, dead song.
Yeah, but who's talking about the album? That's the album you want to talk about.
Stupid Hole, worst song of all time.
Have you heard that song? Yeah. How does it go?
Yo, Stupid Hole.
Wow, you're sick, bruv. You're sick, bruv.
Trust me, man. Research is researching it.
But anyway, Pink Print and Pink Friday banging albums, bruv.
Nah,
that's the point I'm making.
She ain't got shit on 24 in Forest Hills Drive. Let's be honest.
How do you know?
It's untouchable.
How do you know? I heard you singing Side to Side more than apparently, bruv.
What's Side to Side?
Exactly. Don't act like you don't know, bruv.
No, what's Side to Side? New or old?
I've been there all day, bruv.
No, you're such a
It's an Ariana Grande song, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. So, obviously you know that.
Number with Side to Side. Have you heard it?
Yeah. I said it like a G in it,
Yeah,
so people don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. That's the next one is Drake.
Drake is the real legend,
Yeah.
ultimate legend,
We'll
legend right now. You don't even need to talk about J. Cole. J. Cole's done. J. Cole and Nicki Minaj are gonna be legends,
give
innit?
J. Cole the proper respect.
Yeah, he's gonna be a legend. Alright, Drake, bruv.
Let's see, you spiteful bastard.
Now you know it's because you dick riders like you flop J. Cole by dick riding him too much, bruv.
No.
You are, look
No.
at you.
My dick riding-
I can't even hear you.
My dick
I can't hear you. Stop. That's all I'm hearing right now, bro.
Yeah, so take my dick out your mouth, innit?
That was weak. Go on, I'll let you talk. I feel sorry for you after that, bro.
I've never put my dick.
That was weak, bro. Go on.
24 in Forest Hills Drive. My
Yeah,
dick made that work then, innit?
What are you talking about now, bro?
I would never.
That's a banging. What is that got to do
I'm
with your
riding
dick?
Dick J. Cole. Yeah, sorry. My dick riding has helped.
I'm riding Dick J. Cole.
Yeah, I'm riding Dick J. My dick riding has helped J. Cole to do 24 in Forest Hills Drive.
Nah, that was his talent,
Best
bro.
rap album of that year.
Whoa, I was about to say all time. Whoa.
Maybe of its particular decade as well.
Of its deck,
Rap album. Rap album.
on this day.
Let's be specific. Rap
So from
album.
what's the decade? From 2004 to 2014 or 2010 to 2020?
2010 to 2020.
Yeah, so we're gonna skip the next 3 years.
Yeah?
Okay, so
Nothing's gonna fuck with 24 in Forest Hills Drive.
so 2014 Forest
If I
Hill
were,
Drive.
I'm surprised.
I'm gonna find so many albums
Ready
and
to-
we're gonna see. And I know you're just gonna dick ride and disagree with all
No.
them albums, even though you might
Rap
genuinely
albums.
like them.
Rap albums.
Okay, we'll look for rap
Rap
albums.
albums,
Alright, cool.
please.
But
Not
first,
Take Care, not
but anyway, J. Cole's Forest Hill Drive is flipping his best album ever that he's released. Yeah, 100 and I don't think there is any other
You know that's gonna
project.
be a memorable album in 10 years.
That's a classic.
Yeah.
That's his classic.
Yeah.
That's gonna be his modern classic. The same way Good Kid, Mad City is Kendrick's. The same way Take Care is
And that's
Drake's.
not saying that he's had shit projects beforehand. Before this or after this. It's just
His
saying-
mixtapes.
It's just too much of a standout.
His
I like
mixtapes.
his mixtapes a lot.
Yeah, obviously you do, but we're not talking about you, are we?
You
Because
mean-
you're a dick rider.
No, but that's fine. You can bully me as much as you
I'm
want.
not
but,
bullying you.
I'm not like.
I'm not bullying you.
I didn't go this hard on you when you did cry Big Short.
I didn't dick ride Big Sean. I admit that his second album was pathetic.
Okay.
If tell me what mixtape of J. Cole's is actually good, like really good.
Friday Night Lights.
No, besides that. That's
Why
a really
not?
good because that's a good mixtape. Besides that, obviously,
The warm up.
come on, you know the warm up
Not
and the
the
come
come
up
up.
were both whack.
No, the come up was dead.
The warm up was kind of dead
No.
as well. Alright, how many songs out of the warm up do you like? 2,
Shit, I don't know.
2 or
I
3?
ain't got it on my phone.
But realistic, you haven't even got it on your phone.
No, because I'm still.
Alright, whatever. Alright, yeah, it's long downloading dead albums.
Yeah.
Then it's 2 or 3, around 2 or 3.
No, it's not. How dare you? Let me
Dollar
get
and a
back
Dream,
into-
yeah. There's gonna be a Dollar and a Dream in there somewhere, yeah. That's usually good, yeah. That's usually good, yeah.
Wait.
No, but realistically, the warm up or the come up, whichever one, they're both kind of whack.
No, man. The come up is dead. 100%.
No, the come up is dead.
It's dead.
The warm up is kind of dead as well.
Nah, man.
It is, man.
No way. Let me get it out.
There's not. I don't know how much.
Grown Simba, sick song. I don't think you heard it yet.
No, I haven't heard it. Don't even try.
Dead Presidents 2.
Dead Presidents 2. Alright, that's good.
Dreams. She's the girl of my dreams.
Would you like to move on, please?
Yeah. Doll in a Dream 2.
That's usually the Dollar and Dream. You know what?
Yeah.
I haven't heard it. It's usually good though.
Yeah,
Go on.
Good. The Badness. I don't think you heard that at all.
So you like that, yeah?
Yeah.
Name me one. Just sing it to me, go on.
I don't know.
Yeah, because it's shit,
No,
bruv. You can't tell me a song is good and not know anything about it besides the title,
I don't
bruv.
disrespect it. Alright? I won't do any justice.
Alright, how about you just say it to me then? Say the bars to me, the lyrics.
I can't. I don't remember them.
Yeah, because this shit. Alright, go on. Alright.
No, that's unfair. I haven't heard them in a while.
Alright, but if you play it, naturally you'll know the lyrics, right?
Maybe.
No, that means you're trying shit.
Maybe.
Come on,
I
Hassan.
can fuck with God
Come on,
Simba.
Hassan.
Okay.
Yeah. Everyone.
We'll
Okay. If I can do it, that means you're not a true fan.
We'll play it afterwards.
Because I can do Grown Simba, I can do Dead Presidents.
Play it afterwards. Alright? Yeah?
The warm up was shit. Admit it now.
Was it? 100% was it?
Alright, I'll give it to you. Wait. Alright, that's opinion anyway, yeah?
Wait.
Yeah. Your head nod was off as well.
Wait, because I got
Bruv.
100% I got this. I won't remember.
He hasn't got it. Don't worry. I already knew he wasn't going to have it. But it's just proving my point. But he will never admit
it's
it.
not really proving my point. Your point.
It is proving my point.
It's not.
That if you don't remember...
If I don't remember the songs now...
That means the general... Yeah, but once you play it, it will mess with your memory and you'll remember it.
No, it won't.
Yes, it will.
No, it won't, because there are some songs that are bad.
How many Tupac songs have you not heard in a long time? But the second I play it, you'll remember the lyrics.
That's different, because
Because they were good.
The amount of times that we listen to that particular Tupac song is way more than any J. Cole song in that mixtape.
Why?
Because we grew up listening to it.
Okay, but it's been how many years?
We grew up listening to it.
Yeah, but
and we still listen to it. Because we hold Tupac at such a high regard.
But you don't... What about Nas then? If I play your old Nas track...
And why listen to shitter J. Cole songs? Not shit. Shitter J. Cole songs. Than when he's got better music out now.
That is true. It's true. Why would you listen to shit songs if you got good songs? Yeah. Like in any context.
Hate.
Context.
I don't mind. J. Cole feeds on hate apparently. Take it, man.
So what does he feed his children?
Hate.
What a bad parent, bro. But anyway, yeah.
Kids? I don't know.
Yeah, he's got... Bro, for who the bell tolls, yeah? Have you not heard it?
Yeah.
One of the songs is dedicated to his child, bruv.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Does he have kids?
Kid.
Like, plural.
Oh, sorry, Superfan. I don't know, man. I'm getting confused out here, bruh. Getting confused out here, bruh. You know what? Yeah, man like you don't know what hate means, bruv.
Cool.
Why do I hate J. Cole?
Cool.
How do I hate J. Cole?
No, you hate the fans because they love him.
What? Why would I? No, I hate you for different reasons. No, the only reason I hate you is J. Cole.
Dick ride.
Yeah, but you're admitting that, though.
Listen.
Bro, I did cry. Leave me alone.
Yeah, I do. Leave me the fuck alone. I won.
Bro, I did cry.
I'm not ashamed. Fuck Drake.
Nah, you can't.
J. Cole fan,
nah, you're a liar.
Fuck
You can't. Watch. The day J. Cole turns into Drake, you're gonna be like, yeah, I knew J. Cole was like that anyway.
It's too late.
He can't. He probably won't.
It's too late, man.
Yeah, but you know Drake's the real legend.
Too much of a weirdo to do it now.
Drake's the real legend, though. Drake is the ultimate
They're
legend.
both legends, man.
Drake is the ultimate legend. No one can touch Drake.
J. Cole.
No, he can't.
Yeah.
He can't.
Yeah.
He can't.
Yeah.
He can't. You know he can't, bruv.
Let's do this for 1.5 hours.
You know he can't, man. I don't know why you're chatting shit. J. Cole is sick,
J. Cole's
bruv.
my favourite rapper. And this
Yes, we know. Yeah, of all time. I know, bruv. Yeah, I know he's your favorite. Bruv, I'll give you 6 months and he's gonna be your favorite of all time, bruv.
I refuse to put more Drake songs than Tupac songs or J. Cole songs. Like Tupac has to have the most amount of songs on my phone.
Okay, well that's silly because he died, bro. So naturally, people will have more songs than him.
Keep adding DJ Arm songs.
Like eventually, yeah, you're gonna have like if the weekend continues, yeah, at the way he's going, you're gonna have more weekend songs than Michael Jackson songs.
It's a daunting day, isn't it?
Like it's gonna happen, bro. Like I know, yeah, like the youngsters are gonna have more Future songs than Tupac songs. Like it's gonna happen.
Everyone knows Drake is practically a legend. He's
already a legend, and bruv, the simple fact is, yeah, for us to say, yeah, that 2014, yeah.
I would say Cole as well.
2014.
You kind of agree.
No, J. Cole. Look, end of the day, all these people I think that we're mentioning, J. Cole, Big Sean, Kendrick, Nicki Minaj, I think they're all legends anyway. It's just the simple fact that you have to wait a couple more years to kind of definitely say, these are our legends.
Wouldn't you agree, J. Cole and Drake?
No, I think Drake is in a different league in his own. No. Like when it comes to legendary status, and I'll tell you why Hassan, yeah? One, no one can mess with Drake's fan base in regards to numbers, yeah? No one can. He's got 110%. He's got the largest fan base, yeah, because he's hitting every genre, yeah, from England like to African to trap music in flipping Chicago and ATL and wherever, yeah. Probably has got something going on there as well, yeah. Right. So and then that's one thing, yeah. Two, look at when did Take Care come out? 2012, 11, like. But his best album, yeah, is one that's so close to his other albums. Right. Whereas Forest Hill Drive is like a landslide victory. No. Name me what album's close to Forest Hill. Hassan, come on, man. Yeah. Let's just end this, bro.
I've said this so many times.
Born Sinner is not close.
So many times.
Who cares, bruv? Yeah. Firstly, I do not care for his opinion, yeah, when it comes to music.
That's fine. Shout out to Jay.
Yeah, I swear down I don't, and he knows that, because firstly, man can't ever tell me that he hasn't heard. If you haven't heard, yeah, at least 5 to 10 albums that are banging in a year.
Swear down.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. Don't ever tell me, bruv.
Yeah.
Don't ever.
Yo, fuck Jay.
Listen, that's straight up stand. Like 100% for someone to listen to one person and then say, yeah, they're the best. That's ridiculous, bruv.
Don't hear me out.
Yeah.
Look,
so
I really like Born Sinner.
Cool. That doesn't matter. Right. The point is, yeah.
I think it's a really good album.
I think 2014 Forest Hill Drive is a landslide victory.
No.
The same way, yes, I think it is. Cause
no, that's your opinion.
No, but even if you was to count the amount of singles or just the number of songs that are better than one album than the other, Forest Hill Drive will win by I think a landslide. And a landslide for me is 3 or 4 songs, because our average album has about 10 songs in it anyway.
That had Born Sinner had about 20-ish. It had more than 20.
I'm sure it didn't have 20.
It was closer to 20 than it was to 10. And I don't know what version you had. I had like the Mega Deluxe J. Cole.
Yeah, bruv, I have Apple Music, so yeah, I have whatever. But I can have both of them. That's 30 songs there for you, bro. Yeah, man. You get me. But the point is, what is it? Born Sinner, yeah.
Yeah.
He dropped a new song as well, High for Hours.
Yeah, that was old.
It's okay, well, it's there, innit?
But J. Cole emails me this song, man.
16 songs, yeah.
Yeah, so it's closer to 20 then.
Yeah, but we're talking about averages, right?
What?
Huh? We're talking about averages.
What do you mean?
Like for the amount of songs that are in albums in general.
Yeah, I know, but J. Cole drops more
Okay, but there's 13 songs in Forest Hill Drive.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's only 3 song difference, right?
Yeah.
So now if you were to even knock off the 3 worst tracks, yeah, to help yourself, I still think Forest Hill Drive would win.
Yes, I agree, but not by a landslide.
Yes, it would be a landslide.
No, I disagree.
I think so, anyway.
I think
but anyway, I don't think so. Anyway, that's just and I feel like when you look at Drake's albums, yeah, they're all much closer than what his albums are.
I disagree with that then.
Yeah,
because
why?
I don't think Views at all holds up.
Yeah, but he's dropped way more projects. Firstly, Drake has dropped way more projects than J. Cole has.
Yeah.
So how can you name one?
I don't think Thank Me Later. Not as much.
Really? Thank Me Later is one of the best debut albums.
Yes. But I think Nothing Was the Same is better than Thank Me Later, and I definitely think Take Care is the best.
I don't know about that. I have to see if Nothing Was the Same was better. But either way,
landslide. That's a comfortable landslide for me.
And those 3 albums,
you will disagree with that.
What?
The landslide of Take Care versus
to Views.
Yes.
No, I think Views is an average album. I've never said that it's excellent. I still like it. I still listen to it. But if you're gonna compare it to other music, but there's a difference where I don't stop listening to other people because I like other people. Like you won't listen to Drake because you like J. Cole more. That's weird.
No, I don't. That's no,
like you're proper rigid in your views with Views, yeah, just because you like J. Cole.
How many times did I come here after uni and say, yo, I was banging up the Views album over and over again?
I don't know.
It was like a month long.
I don't know.
Every day, just Drake Views. I gave that fucker a big chance, man.
Anyway, but You might have. I don't know how I'm meant to remember that, bro. That's some specific memories for like 2 years old. Like, maybe like I don't. Yeah, maybe I don't really remember that. But the point is, yeah, that I feel like one again, he's got way more projects, and if he was to do the amount of hits compared to what Drake has to what J. Cole has, again, I think Drake wins by a landslide from features to solo singles, bruv.
No, I think Drake's the people's champ. And
I think that's inevitable. No, I don't think he's a people's champ. Like
J. Cole hits another beat that's different.
No, but I think Drake is the biggest and outstanding, like undeniable, undisputed champion.
I know, but it's like we when it comes to Drake, we brush things under the rug sometimes.
But that doesn't matter. Look how many things get brushed over for many legends. But the point is that if you were to,
it's like, look, you put bloody warm up under the microscope just now.
Yeah, but the warm up wasn't great.
But when it comes to Drake, we do push on the thing on the rug, which is just silly. Because I don't think What a Time to Be Alive is any good. I don't like.
But bro, the thing is, yeah,
this is too late as much anymore.
Yeah, but the thing is, yeah, but that's my point, yeah, that because you've like, I don't know how you can dislike something eventually. Like, I guess I can understand you kind of not listening to something after a little while, but to say I don't think it's good anymore, that's something that's a bit weird, yeah. But yeah, I think that's weird, especially when you really like you like something and then you can say I don't like it.
I didn't really like it.
But anyway, yeah. But I can understand that to an extent. But my thing is, okay, so how can you tell me, like, what song from Born Sinner do you really still listen to?
Power Trip.
You listen to Power Trip?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm surprised, bro. I thought you would listen to another track more than that.
N-words,
That's like such a poppy, like,
poppy.
Yeah, considering like J. Cole music, like that's the most commercial kind of song from that album.
It kind of reminds me of his first album type songs.
His first album was mainly his last mixtape. It really was though. Nah, I do like that album, but this is my point though.
There's N-words, then there's Rich N-words, there's Born Sinner, the Genie Icon song, which I've just forgotten now, top of my head.
No, but just mentioning songs you remember doesn't mean that they're great.
No, but I do listen to them. I still listen to them, and I think that it's a great album.
But either way, I still think that Drake is undisputed.
Let's let Nas down.
Drake is undisputed champ, bro. There's no way of beating it. There's no way of beating it.
I personally put J. Cole over.
Yeah, but your personal opinion doesn't mean shit.
I still surprisingly don't hate Drake.
But liking someone more, this is what you man need to understand, bruv. Liking someone doesn't mean you hate the other person.
Like, I'm on this podcast.
You sound like a real hater.
I sound like I hate Drake.
You sound like you hate everyone besides J. Cole and Logic. No. That's like the only two people you love,
maybe
bruv.
I'm rooting for some, like the underdog, innit? And J. Cole.
J. Cole's not an underdog, though.
No, isn't it against Drake, yeah.
Well, everyone's an underdog against Drake.
Exactly, that's why I'm kind of rooting for the underdog.
But I think, honestly, Drake is undisputed. Like, you can pull out more singles, more sales.
I'm fucking proud that, I won that bet back in the day.
What bet?
That J. Cole.
No, first of all, yeah, you didn't win that bet because what you were a dick rider then as much as you are now. And you admit now then that you were wrong, but now you want to admit that you're right.
How?
Because look, yeah, you're telling me J. Cole's first album was better than Big Sean's first album?
Yeah.
In the last episode, one of the last episodes, yeah, you said that it wasn't.
We'll find it afterwards and then send it to me.
I remember you saying it. Dwayne was here as well, I'm sure. And I'm sure you said, yeah, that Big Sean's album was better than J. Cole's first album, yeah? And then you said that J. Cole's second album was better than Big Sean's second album. Our argument... Okay, once again, but our argument was, yeah,
if I did say that...
Our argument was whose first album was better.
If I did say that, right, I don't think that was my opinion.
No, you said that's what you said.
If I had to listen to an album now, I would 100% listen to J. Cole's first album over Big Sean's first album.
I'm sure... all right, anyway.
I don't know if... I'm not even sure.
You did say that. Sure. You did say that. Because I was like... Maybe
you said it.
No, why would I say it? Why would I say you said something if I said it? That doesn't make sense.
Because maybe you thought we were in agreement to it.
Nah, you did say that. I'm sure Dwayne was here as well when he said it. It might not be recorded because it might have been just us three talking as well. But if Dwayne remembers, then that's obviously my proof in it. But
Fuck him.
He's But either way,
he's so right. Fuck him, man. What does he know about music?
Nah, but honestly, that was for you to bring up as if like Dwayne counts. Like that was weird, bruv.
Like I said, commercially, bang. Look, honestly, be honest now. Look at Cole's status and look at Big Sean's status. Whole different ballgame.
What do you mean?
Now.
How
people hold J. Cole in regards, and then how people hold Big Sean in regards.
Okay, yeah, cool. However, at the same time, it's not a big gap.
It's a relatively big gap.
I wouldn't say it's a big gap because I think the fact that he's
It's
always
not
mentioned.
No, it's not uncashable.
I tell you this, yeah. The simple fact that Big Sean's always mentioned, like, why isn't he mentioned when you talk about J. Cole? Why isn't he mentioned when you talk about Kendrick? Why isn't he mentioned when you talk about Drake? His name is the first name always. Like, 1 second, why is his name not involved? There is a reason for that. Because he's there. It's not that it's such a big difference. It's the simple fact that why are people not recognizing certain talent that should be there?
Yeah,
like, yeah, you can still argue that J. Cole is bigger, and I would not argue against that. Yeah. But the point is, I don't think you can say it's a relatively big gap because the simple fact is he's on everyone's toes saying that why isn't he mentioned?
No, but it's like, say J. Cole never dropped anything ever from now. Yeah, I think it would be hard for Big Sean to overstep.
I don't think so. I think another 2 projects that are good, yeah, he can.
No, because I think if Jake...
And the truth is, yeah, people like you will never give Big Sean that opportunity.
No, that's not true.
It is. Because if he dropped another 2 banging albums, you will still say that Forest Hill Drive was better, even if one of those albums are better.
If I'm allowing myself to listen to Big Sean's last album more than 2-3 times, I think I'm on my 4th viewing now.
You've heard I Decided 4 times.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
Why not?
Full, completely.
Yeah.
Alright, fair enough.
It's just because I don't...
Liar. Alright then, I believe you.
It's because I don't go to uni. And I think when I travel to uni, it's 1.5 hours. I have enough time just to sit down and don't touch my phone in it, and just listen to the whole thing.
I don't know. I personally think that I Decided is considered much less than what it used to be.
No,
like what it is. It's so much better. Like, and the beats as well. They're so good and they match his flow and his lyrical content is on point, bruv.
Yeah.
Like he's got some good punchlines.
But I think J. Cole's just like I think Forest Hills Drive put him on some next level.
Forest Hill Drive was a banger, but I still think but that's the thing, like, even if you was to compare Forest Hill Drive to Big Sean's best album, like, I feel like, honestly, yeah, everyone, you like, whoever's a J. Cole stan, yeah, you're just gonna be too, like, it's J. Cole, though. It's J. Cole, though. But I don't know but I don't really know anyone who likes, bruv, it's only you and Joanne who are some J. Cole stans, bruv. He's not a stan. Yeah. No, he's not. He's not, bruv.
Talk to him.
Yeah, maybe now he's. I don't know. Maybe he's.
Man.
I don't know if he did. I don't know. But I think if you listen to those last 2 albums, I don't think it's debatable in the sense where you can say, he's completely out of there, bruv.
No, but I think I'm not surprised.
Man, Drake's undisputed anyway, bro.
If J. Cole drops a 2014 Forest Hills Drive level album, one more of them.
But my point is, yeah, alright, cool. You're saying Dark Paradise, yeah, Dark Sky Paradise, yeah.
Yep.
You're saying, yeah, that's not close to Forest Hill Drive. Think about it.
I don't know. It's a battle between that and Nothing Was the Same.
What the hell? No, I'm saying, are you
yes, I think it's not a big gap, but I think J. Cole's one was better.
Cool. I'm not gonna dispute that. That's your, because you obviously the preference will always play a part. Obviously, like J. Cole more, yeah. But so now, if Big Sean was to drop another thing, which I think I Decided is very close to it, but I don't think it is at the same level. But even if Big Sean dropped something else that's at the level, because I think I Decided would be the same level as what you consider for Born Sinner. Yes. What you consider Born Sinner to be is what I would consider Ice. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, because they're obviously going to be certain songs that I don't really like. Well, I probably do like them on J. Cole's album, but you will just say you don't like them because that's you in it. Yeah.
I mean, we're not really arguing about this shit. I think our biggest argument is, Joe, you got to listen to Kissland.
No. Anyway.
Whoa.
I'm on.
We're Weekend Stands.
I'm on. Where am I? I'm on J. I'm on J.
Stick to your Bryson Tiller.
First of all, yeah. First of all, I don't care for Bryson Tiller at all, bruv.
Yeah, he can fuck off.
Yeah. Same with Lil Uzi Vert. I don't know why them two are the 2 people that we're gonna talk about. Right? Yeah. Huh? Yeah. But my point is, yeah, that how can man ever say to me that I'm not a Weekend fan?
Bruv,
that is dumb. But Hassan, think about what you said, yeah. I'm not a Weekend fan.
No, be honest to yourself.
Have you got a jumper that has the XO on it? I do.
Can I buy that off you?
No. No.
Look,
yeah?
How much of a try did you give Kissland?
I gave it enough.
No.
I've heard it twice, but I told you I'm gonna go back to it. I'm gonna go back to it. I told you. I promised you. But right now I'm on J in it.
I told you this.
I'm on J in it of
that's
listening
fine.
to random albums that are on my list.
Fine,
I'll get to it eventually.
I told you this. When it comes to Kissland,
It's still his weakest. It's his weakest album.
Is not
I
enough.
still think from what right now, I don't think my opinion will change, but it's his weakest album.
No. Oh wait.
It is his weakest.
No, it's not gonna change. But you're not gonna say Kissland's a shit album.
Yeah. I'll be happy
100%.
if I can change my mind. Because I love The Weeknd.
100%.
I think he's the best thing that's ever happened to us. I think he's better than everyone. I think he's better than Drake. I think he's better than Big Sean. I think he's better than J. Cole.
Yeah.
I think he's better than everyone. I think The
Justin Timberlake.
Weeknd, he's better than... you know what? I swear down, yeah, people are going to hate me, yeah? But I think The Weeknd and Justin Bieber are my favourites of all time right now, bro. Like, excluding the legends, yeah, them two, I love them. You know, whenever I hear a Justin Bieber or a Weeknd doing anything in a song, bro, I just enjoy the song so much, bruv.
They did.
I love them too, bruv.
Now you're making me sound like I'm not a Weeknd stan.
Huh?
I love him so much. Man.
I love The Weeknd. I've been to 2 Weeknd concerts. Don't know, bruv.
I've been to his best one.
Huh?
End it, yeah.
The best one?
I've been to the
That was shit, bruv. That was some... He didn't even play Kissland at a Kissland tour,
What
bruv.
the fuck? You don't even know the songs. How the
All I remember is hearing trilogy songs, bruv.
That's it then, innit?
That's all I remember.
Ask Nazim. Nazim said it's this. I remember Nazim telling me.
What does Nazim know, bruv?
Nazim
Oh, yeah,
knows
sorry,
the
I
whole
forgot.
list of Kissland.
Sorry, bruv.
He told
He
me-
remembers the set list for the tour,
He
bruv.
told me that they didn't play. They only missed out on one song from Kissland.
How can
Yo,
you...
Nazim, you mad?
How can you believe him, though?
No, because I remember him. Like he sang me the song. Nazim sang
That's
me
cute,
the
bruv.
song.
That was
Nazim's
cute.
Sick, right?
Anyway,
End
bruv.
it, man.
Yeah, you can follow us at Unsound Minds on Twitter. No, sorry. On iTunes, YouTube, and Soundcloud. That's where you can hear the episodes. You can follow us on Twitter and Instagram at the Unsound Minds. And that's about it, really. You can follow me at NX_iconic. Hassan, do you want to give you a Snapchat so people can tell you how
man.
you're a dickhead? Or you can join like a J. Cole
But
fan
here's the
club.
thing, I won't
You can
accept
join. You can. How do you know?
'Cause
They might write J. Cole fan base.
Bare people
Fan. They might write J. Cole fans 1, 2, 3, 4, 5
I
and
don't want
that.
to hear any J Cole fans, innit?
Why?
I know where I stand with J Cole, innit?